in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. In the starlit nights I saw you, so cruelly you kissed me. Your lips a magic world, your sky all hung with jewels. The killing moon will come too soon. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him. Under blue moon I saw you, so soon you'll take me up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, unwillingly mine. Fate up against your will, through the thick and thin, he will wait until you give yourself to him.
Hey. Good to see everybody. Hope you guys are doing good. So, this is the first time we're doing things a little bit different on this channel. And this is not going to be the normal lolcow, you know, um, crazy people on the internet, drama, community, girl world garbage. Okay. So, if you're here for anything like that, um, you will be disappointed. And so I'm just telling you from the get go, that's not going to be what this is about. So I have always loved true crime, um, and been into, documentaries about serial killers and stuff like that. I've always found that interesting. And so I've always thought about maybe doing something, true crime on this channel, but never really had the motivation, I guess, to try to do it. And there are so many people that do true crime already and that are really, really good at it. Um, that it was kind of like, whatever. I personally wouldn't probably have done it or thought about doing it, but we were in Discord one night recently, and I was talking about a certain case in there, just telling them about it. And they were people that were in there were like, I would really like to hear you like do streams about stuff like this and talk about stuff like this. Like I could picture you, doing streams about it. And one of the people that was in there with me was Iblameyouu, my friend, who you probably know, who has come up with me at other times on here, and that's where the idea to do this kind of came from because he was ready with that too and was like, I would be so down to do that. And I'm like, why not? Like, I've wanted to branch out into other things for a while. And so this was a good opportunity to do that. It's going to be very laid back. I know as soon as like I made this announcement, um, people, started talking and they were like, she's going to get eaten alive by the true crime community and she's not going to be, she doesn't know what she's getting into and all of this kind of stuff. Look, let me be the first to say I am not doing this to compete with anyone. I don't care about views. I don't care about subscribers, although both of those things are great and I do appreciate them. Don't get me wrong, I do. I don't want to seem ungrateful because I'm glad that I have people that want to watch. But I get that it may not be for everyone. And it's just going to be basically us talking and me sharing my thoughts. That's about as deep as it's gonna go. I'm not trying to be like a true crime news channel covering all the latest. No, it's just gonna be stuff that I think is interesting. And that's it, And if nobody wants to watch, that's okay because it's gonna be fun for me and I blame you anyway. So let me go ahead and bring I blame you in too. I'm talking so much about you that you're
Right,
like,
right.
like, is she gonna bring me in at any point?
Like at the
Um,
door with the
but
cheesecake.
yes, oh God, don't even bring up cheesecake. But so yeah, it's just gonna be very low key. I know. So when we started talking about this, I started trying to think of what would be fun to talk about. Like, not fun might not be the right word because I will say, like, this definitely is going to get dark. So that's another little, warning ahead of time with this because the case that we decided that we wanted to talk about first um is the Chris Watts case. And so most people, a lot of people are probably going to be familiar with it. It was a pretty big deal, and it's been talked about quite a bit. I think this was what, like, I think 2018. Let me look.
Chris Watts.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, it's about that time.
so. I should know, but let me look it up. Um, Oh my god, 7 years ago. It's been yeah, that would make
Sounds about right, like 2018.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And this was in Frederick, Colorado, by the way, that this happened. Um, and let's see, I think it is 2018. That checks out. Um, and I think I heard about this case on YouTube. Um, and a channel called Jim Can't Swim. Do you know that channel?
No,
It's a
I'm
true
not
crime
familiar.
channel. If you don't know about this channel, here, let me pull it up. It's such a good channel, and it blew the fuck up after this. I think that the Chris Watts videos that they did were the first ones on the channel, and now they have 5 million subscribers. Um, I'm pretty sure. Let's see,
Oh wow.
oldest. Yep, the Chris Watts ones were the very first ones they did. And it's mainly these are about his interrogations, which we're going to definitely be going into. So, but I'm going to start, and I'm going to drop the link for this channel, by the way, because again, like, this is a great channel. I kind of got addicted, and then they quit putting out much new content, although after like not putting out anything for a while, a couple of months ago, they put out a couple of new things in this last year. Like, it was 3 years ago they did their last video, and then 11 months ago they popped back up, and then 9 months ago another one, 3 months ago another one. So they're putting out content again, which is nice. um because really good stuff, in my opinion, the way that they break these cases down. And we'll probably go into some more of the cases that are covered on here. Oh God, Casey Anthony. I don't know if I'll ever cover that one, but um it is a good one, but God, it's just so depressing because she gets away with it, you know. I
Yeah.
don't know how. I don't know how. That one always blows my mind that she got off, because it's just there's so much evidence that uh, clearly something was very wrong in the way that she reacted. Like, the timeline kind of thing is what always really I'm like, there's just no way she didn't have something to do with that. Like, you
Right.
don't wait a month to report your fucking daughter missing. Like, are
Missing,
you out of
exactly.
your mind? So anyway, that's a whole nother case. So back to Chris Watts. So this guy, what's so crazy about this case is because he really could be anybody. Like, the most unassuming guy. Doesn't seem like he would be capable of what we
He
know
looked so ordinary.
he
He
does.
looked,
Yes.
he didn't look like a monster, or he was like quiet and passive, like the go with the flow type. That's what I got from him, at least.
Yes. Big time. Big time. Let me pull up a couple of pictures of them. We'll do it like this.
And that's the thing that messes with me. Like, if he walked past you, like, you wouldn't think twice, right? Like, you'd see him with his kids, his wife,
Yeah, this
with a
is him.
stroller. Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, he looks just like
A
the
normal
average
family
dude.
man. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And so um it's just hard. That's what's so, I think, kind of like intriguing, I guess, to people about these kind of cases, is because you're like, what, like, you really don't see this coming. Like, I don't
No.
know how she could have known that that would be something he would ever be capable of doing. His wife, who, let me show her as well. So basically, the story of it is that this was Shanann, and they got together, and they weren't really even together, I don't think, for that long. when this happened, like maybe like 5 years or something, I think. It
Yeah.
wasn't even like, it's like they got married and then she got, they started having kids pretty quickly, but she's like super successful, right? And before him, she had already been married even one time before. But she didn't have any children with that person and it didn't work out. And she also had went through a lot of really scary health issues. I think she had lupus. I think that's one of the things that she had to deal with that she had. But like there
And
were points where
she
she
was a
was just
YouTuber.
very
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, well, I don't, it was,
Did
I don't know if
vlogs.
it
Let's
was,
say that, right?
I think it might have been Facebook was where a lot of it that she did was, but essentially she would live stream like constantly, like every day. It was her job basically. Like what she did was worked for this company called, I think it's Thrive is what it's called, but it's a weight loss thing. Like it's these patches. They sell these patches that you can put on, which by the way ends up coming up in this because Chris lost a lot of weight with her doing these products that she was selling through this company. And she made a lot of money. It's a yeah, MLM. It's one of those like,
One of
ooh, I
those
would
those pyramid things.
yes,
Yeah.
I would have never, recommend it. But I mean, like, dude, some people, I guess if you're willing to fucking do the work, right? Um, you can make a lot of money, and she did make pretty good money doing it. But essentially, you're making your money off of getting other people to sell it,
That's
not
I
buy
was
it.
part of one. I was part of one.
Really?
I
Oh,
was,
wow.
yes.
We should maybe talk about that one night, and you
Yes.
can
It
give
was
us all
called
your
yeah, it was
insider information.
yeah. It was called Your Health. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow.
YOR.
So
Yeah, yeah.
it's gonna be very similar than maybe
And I
some
had to like I had to tell people. I couldn't tell people no. Like they couldn't tell me no. Like I had to make them like buy stuff. That's what I was trained to do.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. Like some people were like, "Okay, like I'll give you
Don't
half my
take no
rent."
for an answer type of
Yeah,
shit.
I was, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't tell people
No.
don't pay
And
your light
knowing.
bill. And they were
Yes.
gonna do it and give me the money.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"No. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't do this.
Oh,
I feel too
yeah.
guilty."
And that's what I mean. If you are able to do shit like that, like, and not have it in your mind, I guess you can do pretty good. But that's what you gotta be willing to do to get ahead in things like that. And it is very much, in my opinion, you're, you know, um, you're selling a dream that is not real, right?
It
And
was
you just
terrible. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you kinda have, if you have a conscience, it's gonna be difficult because at some point, you know what the fuck is up because you're in it too.
It was like
And
a cult, I'll be honest. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, and this was a huge part of her life, of Shanann's life, and he has since even I don't think he's sued, but I think he's thought about this and it's come up, and he's tried to use it as a possible defense in these, murders, is because he was using these products, and one of them was like, some kind of patch, and I guess it has stuff in it that, like, gives you energy and shit, and he claims that, like, he wasn't sleeping anymore being on it, and that he was, like, in a manic type of state because of these patches that he was using every day. Now, is that true? I don't think so. I think he's just full of shit, but here we are. He's looking for things to blame it on. But she was very involved in it and she did very well in this company to the point that she moved up quick. She won a vehicle, a Lexus. You'll see that in one of these body cam footage videos that we're about to watch. But won a car, all kinds of trips they would go on all the time to all kinds of places. Really made it look really like, lavish or whatever. Uh, and she, appeared to do pretty well financially. They had a really nice home in Frederick, Colorado, which is not cheap. Colorado is actually quite expensive to live there. And it was a really nice, area and place to raise your kids. And I think he had a pretty good job as well. Um, not, I don't think it was quite as successful as she was. She might have been more of the breadwinner, um,
Think,
from
but I
what
thought he worked
I
in the. Did he
recall.
work in? No, he didn't work in the oil fields, right? No.
Yeah, no, he does work with stuff like that. I don't know what it was exactly that he did, but we'll go over it. They'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's something like that because that's going to come into play with where, you know, some of the things that his crimes that
Yeah,
we're going to
because
go
there was
over.
like some financial stress like within like their
Oh,
relationship.
yes,
Yeah.
because even though they were doing quite well, um, they still were living above their means and had a lot of debt. And so there was definitely financial stress in the relationship between the two of them because even though they did well, they lived above their means. I mean, the home that they bought, I think they were gonna I think they had filed for bankruptcy already, possibly. Um, they were it was probably going to be like foreclosed on, kind of like it was the end was kind of coming
Yeah.
in the sense of they were going to have to change their lifestyle. And I don't know if maybe that was part of maybe what played into it for him because so as we're going to end up finding out and in this, he doesn't admit it right off the bat, but there were problems in the relationship and he had in fact been having an affair
Yep.
with another
Marriage
woman.
tension building. Yeah.
And so and Shanann did see some signs that she was a little bit concerned about, but I don't think she knew for sure that that was happening yet. She kind of, you know, um I think she suspected it highly though. And he wasn't very good at hiding shit. He actually was kind of like reckless, especially towards
Yeah.
the end to where it's like maybe he just didn't care at that point if she found out because um at one point she was out of town and very close towards the end before what's going to happen. She was like in North Carolina. They're from North Carolina actually, so when they moved to Colorado they kind of moved away from where their families were, and she went back and was staying with her family because of I think she had some things to do work wise there. So she brought the girls and went there, and he stayed back in Colorado. And it was like weeks and weeks. I want to say it was like 6 weeks or something. It was a while to be away from your spouse, right?
Right.
And the whole time, he is basically living this double life with this new girlfriend while
Yeah. I think her name was Nicole
yes,
Kessinger or something like that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And she'll come up in all of this because that is definitely one of the things that people, there's a lot of different conspiracy theories surrounding a lot of this, and one of the big things is that Nicole, the mistress, was very much involved and knew and was possibly involved with the murder, um,
Yeah, she's
and
like a suspect, I
planned it.
believe.
Yes, yes. People think there's no way that she didn't know, and that maybe it's possible that it was what she wanted and was pushing to happen so
He
that she
wanted to live
could
like a
be with
double
them.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. Once he met her, and apparently they met at work, which unfortunately I guess is where a lot of people meet their mistresses and have affairs or whatever. And that's the thing, is that she once, when all of the shit hits the fan, she tried to act like she didn't really know that much about Shanann.
Like playing dumb.
Yes, when in reality there was proof when they went through her like internet search history and things like that. Like they got, a warrant to go through all of her stuff, and she had actually been looking him up and stuff like a year prior. And when she had done that, she had went to Shanann's profile. She had clicked on it and stuff. So she was very well aware that he was married to this person, because she literally looked at her Facebook. We know that happened. So then she tried to kind of play dumb later, and it's like, no, 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 no. There's no way. And
Right.
from the beginning, she, you know, knew that he was married and made a choice to, go after a married guy, in my opinion. So,
Do you think he was like the affair caused this, or do you think it just exposed who he already was?
God, that's so hard, because he didn't show any signs of being like that until this chick. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I would think it could have happened with anybody if he's capable of it. But, and I mean, there's nothing that's shown that she encouraged him to do it or anything. Like, there has never been any proof of that. So let me make that clear. Or she'd probably have gotten in trouble at some point, because they've went through
Yeah.
all of it. And he is very adamant about protecting her in all of this. And he has been for the entire time. Once he knew that that it was, the jig was up and he was about to be, he made sure to distance her from anything that had to do with the murder, and like did not want her getting in any kind of trouble or anything. Like, he was more worried about her, than the
Then
family that
then
he
the
murdered.
family. Yeah.
Yes. And the other thing about him that I think created an issue in his personality is his mom. He has a fucking crazy mom. Okay, this woman, I cannot fucking stand this woman. She disgusts me. Like, the things that she has said about Shanann and stuff, like, she hated Shanann from the get-go. From the get-go.
Yeah.
Um and that's the thing. Even in the beginning of the relationship, when he was very happy with Shanann and wanted to be married to her and like was crazy about her at that time, the mom didn't like it from the beginning. And his family didn't even come to their wedding.
Oh
His mom and
wow.
dad did not come to their wedding. They
I
made
think
a
he
point.
emotionally like checked out long before like this whole murder. You know what I
Yes,
mean? I think he was.
Cindy is her name. Yep, Cindy Watts. I think that there is a weirdness there with her and him. Um, and I think that she is a narcissist, like full on. I think the mom is. There's something. We maybe that's one thing. Maybe we'll go over at some point with this, because, like I said, this is going to be a kind of long, drawn out thing, because there's just so much out there to discuss, whether it be because Shanann has so much of her life online. So there's so much footage of her and him and their family and the kids and all of this. Their life kind of played out on camera
Wasn't
because of her
there?
job.
Wasn't there something to do like with a food allergy and an argument? I
Yes, the
like.
little, so they have two daughters. Bella is the older one, and I believe she was 4 when this happened,
Uh,
and Cece Celeste is the younger one, and I think she was 2. We'll look at the Like I said, I haven't looked at this case in a while, so I have to kind of refresh my memory on certain things, but they were very young. Neither one of them were in
So
school yet.
Bella
They were
was
not old enough
4,
to be in
Celeste was
school.
3, and then the unborn son Nico.
Yep,
She was
and then
15 weeks
Shanann was
pregnant.
pregnant. Yep.
Yeah.
And he did know that she was pregnant. She had already told him, which that announcing happened actually on camera. So that's interesting. In fact, here, hold on. I'll pull that up and we'll watch it really quick because you can kind of tell he isn't happy. He acts very strange about this
Then,
announcement.
like,
All right.
why have children with? Maybe he was already like knee deep
He was
in.
already checking out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, here it is. This is so sad though too to see, and that's why I'm telling you guys this does get very
I
dark.
I
So
think
just
yeah.
be prepared for this because it does not end happy. Obviously, if you don't know, if you are new to this case, it's gonna be bad. So just
And I think like the scariest part about like the whole case in itself is like it's not just like what he did, but it's like how normal like he was acting
yes.
like after the fact, right?
There's no way she could have known he was gonna do this.
No.
That's what's really scary.
There
Is
was a
because
kindness in his eyes, like a you can trust me, like
yeah. Oh
kind of,
yeah. Oh
right?
yeah. Yes, and he used that to his advantage a lot too with her. Um, but yeah, okay, so this is the announcement that she was pregnant. This is the third baby, their third child together, which by the way, they did find out would have been a boy, and he knew that when he
And I think they were gonna name
did
him
that.
Nico. Yeah.
Yes, well, that's the other thing that's so crazy to me is apparently he is the one that picked the boy name.
Ah,
Sh
okay, okay.
Yeah, she let him pick the boy, and if it was a boy, he was gonna get to name, the son. He picked that name. Now, thinking about that, and he picked
Um,
that name while he is in the middle of having an affair with a woman named Nicole.
hey Jeans, check your text.
Okay, so think
Okay.
about that. Nico. He named the freaking child after the mistress.
Wow.
Nico,
That's
short for
Oh, wait,
Nicole.
I'm just having a moment. Yeah, yeah, he did.
Yes, yes. It's like a
That's so
way of
bizarre. Yeah.
yeah, it's like if she knew, which she did know, the mistress did know she was pregnant. Okay? So, in my opinion, this was a way of being like, even though he's married and it literally his wife is pregnant, that was his way of like showing alliance or whatever to the mistress because all along he sat there and fucking was naming the baby after the mistress.
That is just
I
so
don't think there in my opinion there is no fucking way that's a coincidence that he's having an affair with a chick named Nicole and yet
Nicole and
he
Nico. Yeah.
chose the name Nico for this boy that's going to be born. Nico, like there's just how and if you were the mistress and you heard that, what would you think? Wouldn't you think that it was being named after you?
She probably felt special, to be honest.
Yes, yes,
Ooh.
exactly. That's what I mean. Like I it's sick. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, because he did know he was going to do this for a while, in my opinion. This was not
Yeah.
like
No,
this was
this
not
was
a crime of
premeditated. Yeah.
passion. This was not a crime of passion. She had in fact been gone. Like that whole like weekend prior or whatever she had to trip for work, she wasn't even there. He was watching the girls, and there was no like reason for him to need to do that, although he's well, let me shut up, let me let this play really quick so y'all can see how he acts about this announcement.
We did it again. I like that shirt.
Mm-hmm. Like
Mm-hmm.
it. I don't think you do.
That's awesome.
Oh, he sounds so happy. That's awesome.
So pink means...
That's just the test.
I know. It just says the pink is going to be girls.
I don't know. Just the test.
What?
That's awesome.
What? Did he just like get dumb or like? What do you mean? Is pink gonna be girl? You don't think that they can tell the sex from peeing on a stick, right? Or is he that
No,
fucking
he's
stupid?
that dense.
I think he was just like thrown off by the whole thing and maybe like shocked. 'Cause I think that because of some of her health issues and stuff, he didn't think that she could get pregnant again. Like, I
Probably
don't think
not.
that he
Yeah.
knew that she was, like, even trying to do that. I think it genuinely did kind of throw him for a loop at that point, but yeah.
Just the test.
I know.
It's like he's trying to act like he's
So
happy,
pink
but
means...
That's just the test.
I know. It just says the pink is going to be girls.
I don't know. Just the test.
That's awesome.
mhm.
Guess when you want to, it happens.
Wow, yeah. Mhm. When you want to, it happens, guys.
So cryptic.
It's very strange. And the thing too, I mean, he was always, in my opinion, kind of weird.
Yeah.
He's not the kind of guy I would ever go for. Well, I mean, in my opinion, he's got a very weak personality. And you see
I think
that.
he's like kind of like the bottom in the relationship in a
Yes,
sense. I see.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. He is not a leader, right? And she kind of wore the pants in the relationship, right? And took the lead. That was just her personality, and he would let her because he was very shy and reserved acting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was a different kind of dynamic. I think that's one of the things with the girlfriend that he kind of, got such a rush or whatever from, is because in that I think she was kind of more letting him be the leader in that relationship, and rather than have that kind of personality that Shanann did. But like again, if he should have just stood up for himself at some point if he felt like his voice was not being heard. You got to speak up or whatever. But the whole thing with his mom never liked her and always badmouthed Shanann to him, and he would go and talk shit about her to his mom too, and you could just tell in the footage
Oh.
of them together there that she did not like Shanann. You could tell. Like, let me pull that up.
So she really didn't like.
She never liked
She
Shanann.
seemed. I mean, I don't know her, but I mean, she seemed pretty nice.
From the mom?
Well,
No.
Shanann.
Oh yes, Shanann
Yeah.
is. Yes. The mom, fucking crazy work, dude. She is, something is wrong with that woman. Something is wrong with that woman. And she has said so many like horrible things about Shanann since the murder. Um like she really just doesn't have, a kind thing to say about the woman, and really just makes him out to be the victim, which
But I
is
mean,
wild.
do you think that maybe she's, defending her son because that's her son and a mom will defend her
Yeah,
son no matter what, kind of? Or do you think it's
yeah.
more nefarious than that?
I think that it's partly that, but I think that because she is a narcissist and it's a specific type of relationship with like a mom and a son, and it was something about it it was almost like she liked him as more of what like a spouse in a relationship. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
It gives me Rev and his mom vibes. Okay. It
Okay,
gives
yeah.
me like that there is some kind of like relationship or bond there that goes over the line of a normal, healthy relationship with a mom and her son. I can't explain it, but she really just blames Shanann for everything. And that was one of like the things that they had some pretty big fights about was his mom because she just did not like Shanann and made it clear. And there were things that Shanann, so you were talking about earlier how one of the girls is allergic to
To
something.
I think that was like a peanut allergy or something like that.
Yes, and that is one of the things that they got in a huge fight about. "Hey, hussy," right before all of this happened, and that's because they were at her house in North Carolina, the his mom. Like I said, both of their families lived in North Carolina. So she went back to visit. He did not come and stay the whole time for that. I think he went out and visited and stayed for like a week and then went back to Colorado. And she then her and the girl stayed longer over there. So he came, but he wasn't not there the whole time. And at one point, um, she brought the girls over to his parents' house, and there were other kids there, and apparently one of the kids wanted ice cream, and she brought out and let the kid have pistachio ice cream. And Cece has this nut allergy, and is
Oh.
very allergic to it. And so she got really upset because she's like, "Why would you bring that out?" Number 1, in front of when you know, like, that she's gonna want some, right? 'Cause all kids love fucking ice cream and shit, and if one kid gets something, they all want it or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to, like,
Yeah.
grandkids and stuff, like, it was kind of like one of these things, like, why would you even bring that out knowing that if she was to accidentally, want some, get some, eat some, like, it could literally could hurt her, like, really badly. And she knew that, and she knew that she didn't want her, exposed to this kind of stuff and that she was really worried about it, and she kind of did it anyway, even though I think she may have even tried to give it to the little girl. Like I'll dig into that more to figure
Yeah.
that out for sure. But it definitely caused a huge fight between Shanann and his mom. And Shanann let him know and was like, this is not right. And she left. Like she got the girls and was like, I'm done. I don't want anything to do with your family anymore. Like, I'm
She was
done.
just like over it.
Yes. So that was happening as well when all of this is building up to what he ends up doing. Um, so he's got this mistress. Now, we don't know whether or not his family or anybody knew that this was happening. It looks as though he kept that a secret from pretty much everyone. Some people, there are theories that maybe his mom knew or whatever, because people are like, she would have probably pushed him to cheat, you know what I mean, because she didn't like Shanann.
Yeah.
But I don't think he had told anybody. I don't think anybody knew. He kept it a secret. So let me pull up this really quick.
Even when he was being interrogated, I mean, that whole like, did you see the TV? I think, am I going too
Oh
far?
yeah, we're gonna go.
Whew,
We're gonna get
that
to
was
that
like that made the hair
because
stand up
that's
on
gonna
my
be the
head.
first like body cam footage
Yeah.
that that's where we're gonna start and what we watch because this is going to be um what kind of kicks this whole thing off as far as with the police because he did not expect for her friends to be so quick on the ball of reporting that she was missing. Like, because really it was he had um
And I
oh
think
yeah, here we
the
go.
neighbor was involved too in like
Yeah,
giving the
because the neighbor
footage.
is the one that got the footage. Well, I'll pull that up next. But I'm trying to find there was like video of them uh visiting, and I wanted to show because it was so awkward the way that his mom was treating her. Uh when Cindy Watts, hold on. There's so much stuff
Yeah, there is a lot.
people out here that I'm trying to find the clip of this. It's not that important to show, but like in my opinion, you can tell that she does not like Shanann. Like she's walking way ahead of her. Like they went out to do like a family outing, and she just wouldn't even get near Shanann.
This
And
just goes to like show like everything can
she
look
would
picture
try.
perfect
Like
on the outside, but
yeah, but Shanann was like actually trying to be nice, and she didn't care. Um, so and here I just saw this is him there right before. Hold on.
what blew my mind is go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Oh, what blew my mind is like after all this was said and done, like all the women that was writing him, and like there were actually women
Oh,
that like
there's people. Oh my God, he gets so
like
many letters from people, from
in love
women
with
throwing.
him. Like,
Yes,
oh my,
there's a whole community, okay, of women, mainly women, but there are some men in it, and
not me,
that
y'all, not me.
defend him to this day and
Wow,
say that she is the evil one and that she had Munchausen's by proxy. And
wow,
that
I
he
didn't even
had
know
to
that.
kill her to protect the daughters somehow, or but then he killed the daughters too. So it's like it doesn't make any fucking sense. These women are crazy. Like it's just there. I don't know what it is about men that are killers that don't look like total pieces of shit. If they're like even remotely attractive, all these women are going after them, and it's really sick, kind of
They
like
put
it's like
like
what the
looks
fuck are
over the
wrong with these
circumstances,
people?
like yeah,
Like,
like
what
oh,
is
you look
wrong with
good,
you?
even though
Like,
you murdered
I
your whole
don't give
family
a
and your
fuck.
children. Like,
Exactly. Get the fuck out of here. Blaming her and shit. Like, I don't
right.
care what kind of person she was. If she was the biggest piece of shit ever, there's no reason that he needed to do what he did. Period. So I don't care. Like, get the fuck out of here. All right. Here's the video, though. This was like literally just a couple of weeks before the murders.
Oh, and check your text.
This is the girl's first time to the beach.
Oh, and OGD, thank you so much for the Cash App donation. I'm sorry, Michael texted me and told me that a few minutes ago, and I forgot to say it.
It's like, hey,
My bad, my bad. Sorry, so bad. I don't want to
mission
lose train of
fulfilled.
my thinking, like when I'm talking
Yeah.
about, but you'll see him in a second.
Come on, girl.
Thank you, OGD.
And this is in North Carolina, where so her and the girls had been in North Carolina for a couple of weeks at this point already, and he had been back in Colorado. He did not come, and so then he came for a week and visited while they were there, and then goes back, and she stays for a couple more weeks without him. And the whole time he was there, she said that he was acting very weird. And we know this because all of her internet, history and things came out when this happened. And there were definitely things that she had talked to very few people about, but she had talked to some of her close friends about it and said he's acting strange. He doesn't even want to kiss me anymore. Like, it was really sad because she
Yeah.
definitely knew something was really wrong, and she didn't know what or why or how to fix it. And she's pregnant and she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, she just wanted to save her marriage somehow, which it's really sad when you think
Right.
about
Or like,
that,
was
'cause
this like the
she
trigger?
was so heartbroken by all of
Yeah.
this. Like, she knew, and he could have just left and, like, went and had his little fucking new life with his mistress. Like, why the fuck? You know, she would have moved on. Like, she would have been hurt, obviously, but she would have moved on. But in my opinion, it's like he didn't want to have to pay child support and all of that. He didn't want to have to, deal with the consequences and the fact that he wasn't going to just be able to cut and run, right?
Right.
Because he has got responsibilities with her. So what? He just rather try to erase it, like, and he thought that was going to work. That's the other thing. He
It's
was
right.
very sloppy and stupid about the whole fucking thing. But he's a narcissist as well, I think. And just because he's shy doesn't mean he's not. Like, he really did think that he was going to get on here, and we're going to watch it in a second when he makes the choice to go on the news when she went
Oh
missing.
yeah, that was
And oh my
so
god,
manipulative.
like, it was probably the one of the dumbest things he did, because it was just so obvious something was really fucking wrong with him in the way that he was acting about his fucking wife and kids being missing.
Yeah, because her
And
friends
but
reported
he
Shannon
thought,
missing the same day. Yeah, the welfare check
yeah,
happened the
he
same
thought
day.
he was gonna get on there and fool everyone. He believed he would be able to do it, I guess. Fucking dumbass. Didn't fool anyone for not even a second.
Hey guys.
I think another thing that played into him as well during this period of his life is, so he had always been heavier. And when they were, together for most of their relationship, if you go back and look, he was pretty thick. He was kind of chunky, even, so to say,
Oh
right?
wow,
Not
I've never
like in a
seen
bad
him.
way. I
Yeah,
mean, he wasn't like, you wouldn't have looked at him
wasn't
and
like
been like,
Shanny.
fat ass. No,
Yeah,
no, no, no. But he was chunky, right? Like, he
yeah.
was a little bit chunkier. And then when she got involved in all this stuff with Thrive, he started using some of these products and stuff. Then he started working out, and he actually got really fit and in shape. And he was very, proud of his body at that point and showing it off. And I think that played into some of it as well, that he had this newfound confidence in himself, kind of, that he had not
That
had.
he lost the weight from them patches, right? It was the
He was
patches
getting
that.
he right, and he was, he actually had the body of somebody that, like, women would want and be like, "Oh, wow, look at him, and he looks really good," and whatever for his age, and, he was getting attention from women
All the attention he probably didn't get
that he
before.
right,
Yeah.
because for the most part, he was kind of a wallflower. He didn't get a lot of attention. Like, and like I said, she was more of the, you know, um, outgoing one, and she had more of the personality. Like, if you see them together, on these trips that they would take or out with the friends, she's, very much the life of the party and talking, and the focus. She liked being in the spotlight and the focus being on her. She knew how to do that, you know what I mean? And he liked being in the background, or acted like he did. I don't know if he really did, but he was in the background, and he just kind of was fine to stay there when he was with her, because she was always, the one that was going to draw the attention just with her personality. He was very quiet and whatever. So I think that in the beginning of the relationship and when he was chunkier and stuff like that, I think that was probably a little bit easier for him to do, because he wasn't really that confident anyway. Whereas once he lost this weight and started working out, and and then he has this new woman who I mean, in my opinion, I always thought Shannan was prettier than this Nicole chick that
Yeah,
he
she
was
was pretty.
dating.
Like right.
But this chick did have, I guess you could say, quote unquote, a better body. I mean, she was skinnier. Okay. It just depends on what you
Yeah.
like in a woman, but she was built a little bit differently. Shanann's shorter and she's pretty, you know, in her way. This chick is pretty in a kind of a different way, and she's taller.
Yeah.
She acts very different though, too. Like, and to me, I find the chick fucking annoying. Like, when we'll get to some of their like videos together, because they have a couple of videos together and recordings and things where you're going to hear her talking to him, and it's so cringe. The shit that this would, like, she would do this baby talk shit, which I can't stand.
Oh, it's not
Um,
baby talk.
yeah, she'd be like, like, oh god, please shut the
Okay,
fuck
what
up.
was that?
Like, it's so bad. Just wait till you hear it. You'll know what I mean.
Come on, Cece.
I'll play
Come
it.
on, Bella.
It's real bad. She's really annoying, but he liked it
Come on,
apparently.
Cece.
But look at him. Like, how could you
Come
do
on.
this,
Is this
dude?
your first time to the beach?
These two little girls, and in just a couple of weeks, he's gonna murder her.
Right. Your whole family, dude. Why not just like run away? You know what I mean?
It's like he's their protector, right? Look at him. He's being a dad. He's being a protector,
I do miss
and he's
the
gonna turn
Caribbean
and
Ocean where it's clear and
and be
blue.
the one that they need to
I
be
miss the
protected
Caribbean.
from.
And
I mean, that's I don't know what
all
bigger
the Caribbean
betrayal
Ocean.
that you can have than
Crystal
to
blue.
go from that. I mean, look at his daughters. They
The
trust
water is
him.
actually warm.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on,
their
girl.
dad. They never thought he would do anything to hurt them.
Right. And what
This is their
what
first
child,
time
you know what I mean,
companionship.
would? You know, that's your
No,
dad.
yeah, and what they must have felt.
I know,
doing
as
that.
he's doing that. It's so heartbreaking.
Because that's the thing that,
Don't let go.
you know,
Come on, Cece.
we'll get into with what happened that night. Well, or it was early in the morning, but they were there, and when you know, he ends up killing her there at the house, but he doesn't kill them at the house. And so that then
Like
this is
in
where, you
it was in
know,
the fields with the
like,
oils.
and I'll give, you know, again, like I said, it's dark, and so, you know,
Viewer discretion
before
is advised.
Yeah.
be
It's just
forewarned that, like, this, it's really hard to listen to. And a lot of this stuff, the more you learn, the harder it gets, the worse it gets, that you find out the things, the way that it all played out. Because it was really terrible, and they had to know. They knew something was wrong. I mean, he loaded her body up in the truck, dead, and they were still alive, and he rode with her body dead in the truck with them out to this like 30 minutes away to this field where he planned on, you know, disposing of all of them. And he kills them there, and
it's just
the
like so sick.
the smaller one, I believe he kills her first, and so Bella, the older one, saw that
Oh,
and
yeah.
knew and begged him. He talks about this in the interrogations that he does once he's in jail. And he shares that she begged him not to do what he did to her sister, to her.
That's just so heartbreaking.
Mhm.
Children don't
She
you
had
know,
to be really scared.
scared. Oh my
Really
yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
Come on, TC. No, Chris.
And I think this was their first time going to the beach.
So cute. Like I remember being that little and being so scared. Like that small wave was so big
Yes.
to me as a
Come
child.
on, girls.
Oh my
Right.
god, yeah.
TC.
I grew up on the
Come on,
beach,
Bella.
being from Florida, And
Yeah.
so we were always going, but
Just my dad. My mom had to work.
since
and
they
get
were
appointments,
from
so it's my
North
dad and
Carolina,
the girl.
they were used to going to the beach and stuff, but the kids weren't because, you know, they lived in Colorado with
Yeah.
them. So this was like their first time experiencing the beach,
Oh,
which is,
yeah.
yeah, such a huge thing when you're a kid.
And Chris and I.
And it's so fun, like running back and forth, letting the
Go
waves
cookies.
chase you when you're a
Yeah.
kid. You like, right? It's like
Yeah.
this little game.
Look how excited she is, you know? It's so sad.
So cute. Like, how could you hurt?
It's like a whole nother world for them, you know, being that little and just
Yes.
having, you know, that open
Not a
space.
care in the world.
Yeah, not a care in the world.
I'm about to go chillax on the.
I definitely would have been the one to chase you with like a horseshoe crab or something.
So it's kind of like a nice.
But you can also tell in this that to me, he seems very distant, right? Like,
Yeah,
and
he's like aloof.
for
Yeah.
having been away from them for weeks, and he just got there and is, you know, catching up with them, supposed to be, and knows that he's only going to be there for a few days and be leaving again, and he's not even, I mean, he's giving no attention to her. She's the one filming, and you can tell he's like completely disconnected from her. He's not looking at her, he is not talking to her, he's not like, where it's like, I just think about how I am, like, with Michael and stuff, and, like, I would be, like, you know, we'd be standing right next to each other. He would probably have his arm around me, like, you know what I
Oh,
mean? Things like that where it's like, you can just tell that he was not there. He was
right. His mind
completely
was somewhere else.
disconnected at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He
would
didn't wanna be there.
say
He didn't wanna be there.
no.
He wanted to be back with the girlfriend.
No. Yeah. He was
Or
thinking
it's
about the
all
other
just a
woman.
show.
Right.
I like it because it's not too hot.
He's like, "I gotta do this," right?
Right.
And he already, I mean, he had to be
Come on, girls.
thinking about what he, like, was he already thinking about what he was gonna do?
Michael, if you're watching this and you go to the beach with Carrie, throw like a crab at her.
Go get him, CC.
Throw a
Take, like,
crab.
a
I
little-
would. I would hurt him if he did that. You better not
Take,
throw
like-
no crab at me.
Or see if you can find like a horseshoe
It's not
crab, the
deep,
big
baby.
ones,
It's
grab it
only
by the
like-
tail and just chase Carrie around.
No,
Yes.
no crabs.
Michael, I know you're watching.
No crabs. How dare you?
I
Oh,
can
God.
picture you like flailing like ah!
I would too.
And then Noah
Fuck that.
chasing you.
I do not like crabs, dude.
Noah
No.
thinking that you're playing.
He don't look so hot these days, does he? Look at him there in that thumbnail. That's what he looks like in
Oh,
jail.
is that recent?
Well, no, this is not recent now. I'm sure I can find one that's more recent, but this was
He's got to
after
look
he had
different.
been
Jail
there for
changes
like,
you. Yeah.
yeah, I think this one was after he had been there for like a year or two, maybe. But it was still quite a while ago. Now he probably looks different. But so let's go. I want to go and pull up the body cam footage. So how this played out. First, what we know is that she they got back from North Carolina, her and the girls, and then she had to leave again and go on a weekend trip with a couple of her girlfriends with her job, Thrive. And so they went somewhere for the weekend, and she got back at like 2 a.m. And the thing that he didn't count on was that she had already been talking to her friends that weekend about what was going on with him. And she told them, like, I think he's cheating. He doesn't touch me. He doesn't want anything to do with me. Something is really wrong. And she was really upset. She couldn't eat the whole time, and she's pregnant. And she also, like I said, I think lupus. She has some pretty serious
Yeah, she had lupus. Yeah.
health issues that affect, when you're pregnant as well. And so, they were very worried. I think she might have also had diabetes.
Did she?
I could be wrong about that, but she had some health issues to where it wasn't necessarily just going to be the easiest, thing to do. And, I just want to say to you, Aria Madison, coming in here to talk about Hussy in my chat, that's so fucking disrespectful. That is so disrespectful. If you've got a problem with someone, why are you bringing it here to something that has nothing to do with that? Like, that is such a trashy move. Thank you for showing everybody that you are complete garbage, and I wouldn't believe a damn thing you said. Not a damn thing you said about anybody. So, you out here sending your nudes to all different kind of people online and then being mad when someone calls you out about it. Girl, I can't help you.
Mm,
So, but anyway, back to this. I think it's really pathetic. I
not
expected that these
sponsored.
people were going to do that
Yeah.
because they can't handle it, right? When they're not talked about, when it's not about the drama, they're going to come in. They're that fucking desperate for attention. I could never. Like, I could never. I
No,
would be
right.
so embarrassed to go places and act like that. But some people don't have class, so. But anyway, so back to this. So let's go. So she goes on this trip. She talks to her friends. She's not feeling well at all the whole time, can't eat. And so her friend told her, I think her friend's name is Nicole too, which gets a little bit confusing because the
Hmm.
mistress's name is that. But her friend, her best friend who does this Thrive business and everything too with her, um she knew that she had a doctor's appointment the next morning. And so when the next morning came, she called her because she was going to give her a ride. The friend was going to drive her to this doctor's appointment. So she called in the morning and Shanann wasn't answering and she could not get a hold of her. And she's like, well, that's really weird because like, and that's the first red flag for everybody that knew Shanann was like, she
Right.
did not go anywhere without her phone. She streamed every day. She had a very set schedule and it was just that was her life every day, day in, day out, posting stuff on her Facebook and updating people. And the girls were supposed to be starting school that day as well. They were going to be going into, it wasn't like, they weren't in school yet. This is like preschool kind of thing. But they were supposed to be starting, the girls were. So when she wasn't answering the phone, her friend immediately knew something is weird about this and she's hasn't posted anything online and everybody is trying to call and she's not answering. And so her friend drove over to her house and the car is in the garage, Shanann's car. Her shoes, these like flip flops that she wore, I guess, were by the door, and she wears them everywhere. These were like her go-to shoes, I guess, or whatever. And so it's like, okay, her car's there, her shoes are there, but yet,
Something's off.
yeah, but she's
Yeah.
listening, and like, she hears nothing. No girls, no kids, nothing. Nobody's in the house. So like, where the fuck is she at, And so she starts calling Chris, and I don't think he even answered yet, but she pretty much immediately said, "This is fucking weird. I'm calling the cops." She called her mom, Shanann's mom,
Yeah.
and the mom said, "Yeah, call the police and get over there." Because they knew, like, he didn't know, but she had been confiding in people that there was a problem in the marriage
Ah.
and that he had been acting very strange. So, they were immediately on alert about this. And then the way he acts. So let me pull this up because the way he acts is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
This is where too I had never really looked into that much about like when it comes to body language stuff, okay?
Oh yeah, this made me like really like look into that like
Oh
when I
yeah,
saw.
because what he does, there are so many tells and it's just so obvious that like he's lying. And he's
Yeah.
not good at it, he just horrible at it and he really thought he was going to pull this off, I guess. But so let's start with the body cam footage, okay? And I'm going to do directly, we might
Well,
skip through some parts of
yeah.
it, but I just want you guys to see kind of what the vibe was. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like, even like when the police like walked in, like with the first spot, like the energy shift, like he wasn't frantic, he wasn't emotional. Like, when someone like if their family's missing, like, you'll
No. Oh yeah,
notice,
you'll see. Yeah.
you'll
Oh
see, you'll
yeah.
notice, you'll be a wreck, right? But
It's
like
very
him not
strange the
acting
things
like
he
someone whose
does.
family just vanished, he's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's like weird. It's like he's trying
Mhm.
to act normal, but instead of he's just like acting, he's not even acting
It's
worried.
it's really strange. So, again, this was August 13th of 2018.
Not
And
even urgency in his movements. It was just so weird. Like you
no,
knew.
no,
No.
no. Well, yeah, and one of the things that comes up right away, um, too, is that when the police get there and they call him in a second, and his reaction, what he says to them on the phone will stand out.
How you guys doing?
Would you be
What's
this
that?
calm, Carrie?
Yeah.
I be like if
Yeah,
I was
would
a
you
friend.
like well if Michael's missing and the
Oh
family's
my
missing?
god. No, 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 no.
Or like
No.
all your ice cream is missing from the fridge?
Shut
Like you're
don't you
okay,
dare.
just
Don't you dare. No. Well, and that's the thing, is like I just think about, okay, so with the way that I am, because I am a homebody and
yeah.
because I'm, a stay-at-home wife, I don't work. So, I'm home and that's my norm. Like if I was to go somewhere or whatever, I would definitely tell Michael, he would know. I
Right.
don't just like, up and leave and stuff and him not know where I'm at.
Did you put
That's
your
just the way
location
that
on
we
your I
are.
don't know if you can do that with your phone, but you would put that on your phone, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so if he got a call like if my son said, "Oh, I can't find mom," or something like that. Or if somebody came over here and me and Jackson weren't here, I wasn't here, and Michael called and I wasn't answering and nobody was answering the door. Yeah, he would be freaking the fuck out because he would
Freaking out,
know
right. Yeah, something's not right.
something's wrong, right?
Right.
Like because that's just not going to be what the norm is. And so yeah, his body language here does not make sense at all.
How you been?
But this is her
Hi.
friend
Nicole?
who, thank
What's going on?
God, decided to push things because he didn't call the police, right? She did. She's the one
Yeah.
that raised the flag very quickly. And, we'll get into more of the timeline later about like how close this cuts it. And he did not get a jump on things
I think that
because
if
she
yeah.
she brought attention to it so quickly, and the police got involved so fast that he didn't have a lot of time to really it was quicker than I think he thought that police were going to get notified about it.
Yeah, because
So
I
he
think that
wasn't ready for this.
if like she didn't act fast, I think this case it could have gone like completely different, in my opinion.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend,
Right.
and I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls, and she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking, and we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband and her supposedly are separating, but she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today.
Okay.
Because I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shannan since she left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day are by the front door.
She only has one vehicle?
No, they only have the one vehicle in his work truck.
Okay. That's what I'm asking. There's
She
not
took
a...
the girls and went on a play date, but they're 4 and 2. She went on a play date.
4 and 2. Oh yeah, that was the thing too. She called, so the friend called him and he told some lie saying they were on a play date. They went on some play date, which the friend immediately was like, "What?" Like she would have told her about that, number 1. But number 2, the car is there. The car seats are there. Her shoes are there. Like if she wanted a play date, she would have needed some of that stuff. Like she wouldn't have left without that. She would have had to have drove her car. You know what I mean? None of it made sense. Are you still there? I blame you.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure I didn't lose you. So none of it made sense. And him saying they were going to be on a play date, but then she knew that they were supposed to have a doctor's appointment. So that didn't make sense already.
Car seats.
No, it
But
didn't.
that's their house. They had a very nice house, as you can tell. This was
Oh, the house is beautiful. Like, ooh,
pretty
look at that.
expensive. Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
see more of it in a minute
And
when
she
they
had a
get in
doctor's
there.
appointment this morning at 9, and she didn't go to the doctor's appointment.
Okay. No
But
answer on the
looks
phone.
to be
Husband's
just
on his way.
sleeping.
Supposedly, but he said that 30 minutes
Because
ago.
it
and I
looks
called
so
him and he
pretty
said
and
it's
nice,
45
such a
minutes
wonderful
out.
life, right?
Right. But it really just goes to show, like, these
Never
you
know.
you drive by these houses, right? And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like you think these
And you're
people
like,
have
oh
like
my gosh,
picture
yeah.
perfect like
Must
lives,
be
and you're
so
like, my
nice.
life
Yeah.
sucks, and then
Right.
you never know what's going on like behind
You
closed
don't.
doors.
You really
don't.
don't.
It's so eye
Money does
opening.
not buy happiness.
No.
Like, and that's the thing is this wasn't their reality either. They didn't have this kind of money. She was making good money. He was making good money, but they were still living above their means. They didn't
Right.
This house was above their means. I mean, in Colorado, that shit, it's expensive as hell to live there. It's quite high. And then this house is huge. It's a really big
Just
house
look
and a
at the
really nice
layout.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it's
Brand
beautiful. It's
new.
like, and you see the ceilings, how tall?
God, I wonder how much it would be now. And I wonder if it
I
was on
thought
the
it was.
market.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was for sale, right?
I'd be surprised if anybody bought it though. I don't know.
After those EVPs, no.
Yeah, I think they should tear it down, to be honest.
Make like a little memorial.
Yeah, something.
They have the thing.
After what happened there, yeah.
What
no.
about the garage door?
Get rid of
Is
it.
there? Do you mind calling him
So here,
and seeing if we can get a passcode to this and get me permission to go in?
so here we go.
I'm just gonna check
gonna
the back,
get
see
him
if
on
I can
the
see
phone.
anything.
All right, let me skip through this because he just goes
All right,
around.
I just want to look out the windows and make sure I don't see anything.
And of course,
Do they?
everything looks normal. He's knocking on the windows. There's nobody in there.
Like, I don't know how he could just live with himself. Like, it's me, and if I like kill like a bug, like it bothers me.
Look, they had a nice little backyard.
Maybe not a bug, but you know.
Another little fact about this too that they'll see when they get on the inside, though, that ends up being kind of a red flag is when they go downstairs in the basement. They could tell that somebody had been staying down there and sleeping down there or whatever, and apparently he had been. So they were not sleeping in the same
So they weren't even
bed.
sleeping in the same bed.
Right, which
Oh,
is
they were really
another
strained
red
then.
flag, yeah.
Jeez. Oh yeah. And yes, the house is haunted. The house
I
is
wouldn't
definitely haunted.
I wouldn't want to stay the night in it, I can tell you that.
You never seen the EVPs?
Oh, I will wait, I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know if
that
I've
house
seen.
was haunted, and the police officers that went into the closet.
Now, I
and,
do know about that. The
Mhm.
laughing, the little girl laughing thing,
Mhm.
because they thought that it could have been a toy, but
Toy,
then they could never
right?
figure out where it came from. What toy did it? They couldn't like recreate it. So it was like, what the fuck was that? Like it just went off too. While it was the cadaver dogs were in
Yeah,
there.
and
That's who
I
it
I
was.
was
I
watching
remember.
this like last year. I think it was like in the fall. Like I was like revisiting it, and like when they were going through like the room, like that closet, like
Ugh.
it's
Yeah.
weird. Like the hair stood up. Like I was sitting on a toilet, and I felt like a hand touched my arm. Like I don't know, it was weird.
Really?
Yeah, I
That's
felt like it
creepy.
was so creepy. I was like,
Yeah, I would like some serious
not that anyone needed to
dark
know that I was
fucking
sitting on the
energy
toilet.
going on there.
Maybe I should have just said sitting somewhere. TMI. It's
Like, ghosts, can I please get some privacy? I mean, I'm trying to do my business here. Okay, if you're gonna haunt me, can you wait for me to get done dropping the deuce? Oh no, I'm dropping a deuce. Sorry, ghost.
You
You're gonna get a
can't enter the
show.
house unless you see signs of.
Yep. I've got to have
This
more
is
unless I
their
get
friend's
consent from him
son,
to go
by
in.
the way.
And if you don't, you can't.
And he knew them too, obviously.
Because it could be grandparents came and picked him up. You know, it could be a lot of things. She
No,
left her phone. Her phone's dead.
couldn't be that though, because they talked to the grandparents, so that had already been ruled out at this point.
Doesn't change anything even if they are pregnant.
No, I mean,
It's different rules, but they're all about the
yeah,
same. You're just able to
you got your Fourth Amendment rights to the house.
So now they're talking about him being able to just go in there, because I think at this point her mom, like her parents, were like saying just go in, but the police are like, they legally they can't do that, right? So they have to have permission from him. And
They needed to be invited in, right?
exactly,
Like the
and
vampire movie that we were watching. Or the
yep, it's
Oh.
like the vampires,
Yeah.
police and vampires, same thing. They gotta be invited in.
Right.
Okay, so then now he's back there. Now this is the neighbor. Okay, so he's gonna come back up in a few minutes because we're gonna end up over at this guy's house, and he caught something that Chris didn't know. And it's a very, very telling part of this case. So
You
he's
didn't see
letting
her today
them
though,
know.
outside or anything.
He's letting the cops know like she hadn't been there and that they saw something kind of suspicious that morning and that they should come over there. So
And
they're
I
gonna
had
go over
gotten,
there in a minute.
yeah, I'd gotten like when they were in the house, like I wouldn't say interrogating him, but like questioning him. There was like a stillness, like a weird silence.
Oh
And it
yeah.
like on his end, on Chris's end, it was
From
like
the whole time, in my opinion, he just acts
a
very
staged feeling, right? Like you got like a staged, like
he's just not he's one of these people like you just don't try to lie because you
he
can't do
seemed
it.
confused.
You
But
cannot do it, bro. Like
it feels less like confusion and more like something already
it's
ended,
on
you know?
purpose. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's trying to be very careful.
Shit.
But even if he could get away with it, like how could you live with your like I don't know, it's just
Oh my God.
I know.
so
He
bizarre.
wanted to be with that girl. He wanted to pretend like, I guess, you know,
Just like you
they
could
didn't
sleep
exist.
I would feel like I'm like
He
damn
just
from
wanted
heaven.
them to disappear.
Right.
That's all he wanted. He wanted them to just look like they just disappeared.
Yeah, I think she's diabetic, to be honest with you.
And see, the diabetic thing came
Oh, is
up.
she?
Something with her blood
No,
sugar,
so I did kind of like
Lupus.
look into that. She had lupus, but she wasn't diabetic.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe that's what he meant.
My mom knows.
This is her parents.
Okay, so now this is her parent.
Well, I can't go.
Also, if you look at her friend's hand, you see that patch? This is one of
Yeah.
those.
Oh, one of
patches.
those like patches that he used
Yes,
to lose
this
weight.
is what they. Yeah, this is what they were the Thrive thing.
Go to the
and
gym.
what they were selling and like I don't know if I'd be buying this shit from her because it ain't working.
When,
It sure the
but
hell
if
ain't
they
working.
Sorry.
allow
I'm not
you to
trying
go in,
to
I
be
have to
mean,
have
girl,
the
but
property owner's permission to enter.
and this poor woman, my God, she's been through it because this happened and then she ended up, I think she got cancer.
Oh,
And
really? What?
was really sick. Yeah. She
Did
went
she
through
survive?
a lot. And she's gotten like God, she's gotten so many like harassment and people that have like I mean, really, people are nasty about this case. Like, for whatever reason, there are a lot of people that really don't like Shannan and they're just disgusting about it and literally, you know, harass this woman about it and like say
Imagine all the
disgusting
phone
things.
calls and social. She probably had to delete
It's
all
so,
everything.
oh yeah, it's bad. I don't know how these people deal with it.
Okay. Well, he's the property
Yeah,
owner.
Nicole had cancer. Yeah, she's been through a lot.
Do we know who that is?
Do we know
Oh, that's
who?
good. At
Phone
least she's better and she's cleared from
Yes.
that. That's awesome.
Yes.
When did he tell you that?
He needs his protective money. I don't get it. What did he say?
He told me that Shannan didn't take the girls to school this morning.
Unless the patch gave her cancer, that'd be a crazy plot twist.
And one of the I know, like I want to look into that. One of the other things that was a huge red flag that came up pretty quickly, and that is a like bonehead fucking thing he did, in my opinion, was and how you know that he was planning this Okay, this was not a crime of passion because days prior, he called and told that school the girls would not be attending that school, and
Oh,
he unenrolled them and let them know they would not be starting school Monday morning.
wow.
So it was pretty clear by that. He also had talked to a real estate agent and was already talking to about selling the home. And this has happened before they even went missing. So
Yeah.
if you weren't planning this, why the fuck were you trying to talk to real estate agents
To sell the
about
home.
selling the home? And why would you have taken the girls out of school? You clearly had planned that they would not be going that Monday
Like
morning.
what was
So,
so amazing about this other woman that he's doing
oh
that she
my
did all like
god, I don't know. Fuck if I know. She must have had
have
some
some really good Cocoa
amazing
Puffs.
something,
Right.
because my god,
Right.
you couldn't just get divorced? Like, my god,
Run,
dude.
like don't kill any of them. Just run away. Just I would have,
Yeah, like, just
respected
be a
him more.
fucking deadbeat like the
Be a
rest of them.
deadbeat. Yeah.
You ain't gotta murder 'em,
Yeah.
dipshit. I think he just didn't wanna have to pay child support and shit. And he knew she was
Go
pregnant.
missing, fake your
He
death,
didn't
but
wanna
don't
have
kill your children and wife, like it's not
Right,
fair
I
to
think
them.
that's the other thing is that he knew she was pregnant, and he didn't wanna have another kid to pay for.
Oh yeah. How
And
far
it's
along is
like,
she? 15 months? 15
if
months.
she has this
God.
baby, then I've got a whole other kid that I'm gonna have to pay
I
child
said
support
15.
for
Nobody can be
too.
15 months pregnant. Jesus.
So I'm just gonna, murder all of them, I guess. Like, I mean, I guess if financially, if it's worth, I mean, that's a lot of the motive they think is that just I think it was more that I don't know. We'll talk about this maybe on the next one because I don't know if we'll be able to get that deep into it or get to that part
Yeah.
with the mistress, but the different theories, because some people think she was possibly quite involved. Now, there's never been anything that's proven that. Like, I've never seen evidence that just flat out shows that that's without a doubt what happened. It's hard to believe she didn't know some things. Um,
She had to know something at some
some
point.
people think that she even pushed him to do it. Some people think that none of
Mhm.
it, like, as far as the murders, wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for her. So, but I don't know if that's true or not. Wait,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I don't think even if that was the truth, I don't think we would ever know. He's never gonna tell that. He wants to protect this chick.
Yeah.
And
He
he's
does.
made that clear from the beginning that he did not want her going down for anything, which is kind of also a little bit sus already. That you're even, why would you think she would go down for it if she wasn't involved? Why would she go down for it? So, very strange. A lot of different strange things here. That none of it makes him look good.
No. No. Even the TV told on him.
Yup.
What?
I'm talking about the garage door.
What's Chris's phone number?
The driveway.
They have the top lock, the one that they have on there so CC can't escape. Chris's phone number
Yeah,
is
so that's the other thing about this. So Nicole had the code for the door, right? So on their door, it had one of those little punch codes
Yeah.
so that you could get in, right, without a key. But they had, I think it's similar to the ones that are on like hotel rooms where
Mhm.
it's locked from the inside by at the top, a thing that you push over. That way that the little girl, they couldn't open the door and get out because I guess she knew how to open doors. They were at that age. So they had that up and closed, which is another sign of like, okay, where then she didn't go out that door because you couldn't do that behind you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that she didn't come out that door. If she left, it didn't come out. She wasn't coming out the front door because that thing is closed and locked. And so Nicole couldn't get in because of that. And now, I mean, what we will come to know is that, he is the one that put that lock on there, right? Because he's the one, that locked the place
He
up when
tried
he
to
left.
like really cover his tracks.
Oh yeah, but not nearly good enough.
Is
Not
Right.
nearly
910-309-1702.
Okay. That was
Okay,
Chris,
so now the
correct?
cop is gonna call Chris.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab some water, so if I'm just
Yeah,
quiet.
go ahead. All I can say is that you're doing something right when people are this pressed to come in one after another to just try to get a little bit of it. You got to try to get a little bit of attention, right? So sad, you guys. Like I could never. Like I don't know what y'all are so concerned with. I really don't. Never got it, but hey, if that's how you want to spend your time, I'd rather be doing things that I enjoy. That's just me.
Hey, Chris, Officer Coonrod for the police department. Pretty good. So, do you have any idea where your wife is? Okay. Right. Well, my concern is her car's here. They're saying she is diabetic. I don't want her, if she's upstairs and can't respond. Okay. About how far out are you? Okay. All right. Thanks.
Okay, so here, in my opinion, is one of the first red flags to the police. He talks to Chris, okay, and Chris, he says, "Do you know where your wife is?" Chris is giving these excuses. What Chris doesn't say, number one, the car is there, right? And the cop lets him know the car is still here. Her shoes are here, but there is no like signs of anybody being in the house. It's completely quiet, and we're worried because she's pregnant and we know that she has health issues, that something could be wrong, right? Like that's always a possibility when you have health issues. She was also, I mean, I don't know exactly how old she was, but older. Like I think that maybe, you know what I mean? Like there were issues to where he should have been more concerned where his wife was. And the first thing that most husbands would do in that situation is they would tell the cop, break the door down, break a window, do whatever you have to do to get in that house. That's what most people who would be truly concerned in a situation like that would immediately, without question, say, go ahead, do it. They would not say, oh, well, wait, I'll be there soon. And then you can come in, because we're talking, this could be life or death,
Okay,
right?
I'm back. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, so this could be life or death. If it could be life or death and you think that's a possibility, most people, without question, without hesitation, say, break the door down, do whatever you've got to do to get in there and make sure that my family is okay.
Yeah.
We can replace the door. That's not important. What's important is making sure everybody is okay. He doesn't want to do that. He's telling the police to wait. So that is the first red flag that he knows
That
why
he may
he's not
be.
there.
Yeah.
And he's not worried for some reason. Well, he's not worried because he knows where she's at.
Dispatch, Rick 981.
So the cop had this police officer we know now has said, looking back on this and everything, that was the first red flag for him. When that happened, he was like, that's what put him kind of on alert. He was like, okay, that's a little weird.
He states medical. This female is diabetic. Unknown if she is home, though. Husband is on his way.
You say how long you're taking to get
He
here?
said like 5 minutes. So he's about here.
So he's told us 45 minutes 2 times in a row. So he told one of my mom's friends that he was on I-45, so the interstate pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now the friend's son is telling on him too, because they've been trying to get in there and they've been calling him and he's been giving them the runaround. He's been saying, I'm about to be there for a while, and he still hasn't shown up. So what's he doing? He knows that the police are there right now. You know he's shitting bricks.
Yeah, it's like a long time. Like you would think he'd be there when the cops were like, around.
Oh yeah, that's right. Billy says he told her friend to leave his property. Yeah, he didn't want her there. He was pissed, really, that she was doing all of this. He was like, God damn, because he really didn't have time.
To cover his tracks even more.
Yes, because what we know from the way that this played out is that when he left this house earlier that morning, he left with her body and with the kids, and he had not been back yet. So whatever cleanup happened, you know what I mean? It's what he did before he left. So he's got to be a little
we know he's
concerned.
lying.
He probably thought he was going to have more time to get back there and do some shit.
His stories aren't adding up.
Right.
Tell everybody different stories.
And do we have like her parents' phone numbers or anything we can call them to make sure?
She's not close to him.
Oh, she's not?
Not that. No,
Okay.
she still talks to him and everything, but they don't know any of the codes to the house or anything.
Well, I was just thinking maybe they were watching the kids, or she was visiting them, or
In the state,
they don't. Okay.
there's not info that I can put in that.
All right, I'm going to
Anything?
skip a little
But it
bit.
goes off and it goes.
So they're all, this is the neighbor. They're talking to the neighbor now. He's going to come back up in a minute. We're going to end up back over at his house because he ended up recording something pretty significant.
Damning.
Yes. So that's going to come up in a second. Now they're just waiting for Chris. This whole time, he could have told them to just go in and kick the door in and do whatever they had to do to make sure everybody's okay. Because every minute when you're talking about this could be life or death, if she's up there, in a medical emergency, every minute is precious, right?
Every minute counts. Every second.
You would not make people wait.
No.
You would want them to get in there as soon as possible. Oh, and I think we just heard the dog.
Yeah.
So they did have a dog, a little wiener dog.
Police department, if anyone's inside, make yourself known.
So he was able, what the cop is doing here, okay? He used the door code, and he pushed the door open because he got the code from Nicole, but that thing is on there, right? So he can't open it all the way. There's at the top of the door, there's a lock that the kind, like if you're in a hotel room,
right? Yep.
You push.
The
it's like that, and right, they did that, I guess, because the little girls knew how to open the door.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous.
And could just walk out. Sense. So they had that for that reason, right? And then obviously he pushed it so that people couldn't come in. Right, because he was the last one in the house and locked everything up. So he left that locked or made sure it was locked so they couldn't push the door all the way in. But he was able to open it enough that he could, yell out and hear and smell and, open the door enough to know that nobody is in this house. You know what I mean? He just can't get in there to officially see and prove anything, but...
Police department, if anyone's inside, make yourself known.
And I mean, you got 2 young kids. You would hear, they would be awake. You would hear something if they were in there in the middle of the day.
Yeah, you'd think they were here. The kids or someone would respond though.
Yeah, very weird. Okay, so he pulls up. Here we go. Now this is where Chris gets here. And let's watch what he does. There's his truck that he used, by the way, to take the body. And also, watch the dynamic between Chris and Nicole, Shannan's friend. You can tell that Nicole fucking hates this piece of shit, and I don't blame her. But you can tell she knew she wasn't buying
Something was up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was not buying this shit for a second. And then look at him. I mean, you just pulled up, and all of these people have been waiting for you, right? And
Right.
something could be wrong with your wife or your kids. And instead of pulling up and immediately running, and he's digging through the fucking truck and shit. Like, what are you doing?
Right. That's so suspicious. He's making himself
Very,
suspicious.
very.
Yeah, get me on the phone.
Like, who would react like this?
You
And
know,
he
a
just
normal
walked-
person would just be distraught,
up.
maybe in
Scott,
shock.
how you
but-
doing?
How's it going?
So this is the only vehicle
then
she would
look.
have?
Why don't
He
you
could've-
tell us, Chris,
Drive.
how's it going? Damn it.
Couldn't he have just given them the code to go into the garage too?
Right.
I mean,
and he
it
wasn't
had a
picking
code
his phone
thing
up,
on it.
right? Yeah.
Well, he did, but he kept telling them, "Oh, I'll be there in a minute." He wouldn't let him just go in. He didn't give him permission to break down the door or whatever. Do whatever you got to do.
I
Because
would have.
most
Yeah.
people, if you thought something could be wrong and your wife is pregnant with health issues
Yeah.
and she had a doctor's appointment that she didn't go to and her friend is working, you would say, break in. You would
Do what
break
you have to
break-
do.
whatever you
Right.
have to do. Yeah, I'll be there as soon as possible, but go ahead and get in there. And that way, if there's anything, you can do something about it immediately. So, and then the other weird thing here that you need to watch is, so he knows this and he comes in through the garage and then stops and starts doing something in her car. Which,
What?
why? Why would he do this? So watch what he does.
Scott, how you doing?
How's it going?
He opens the garage.
So this is the only vehicle she would have?
Only one that, yeah.
She would drive?
And he didn't even speak to the friend. You notice that too.
Yeah.
And now he's looking at her. He opens the door. He's looking for something. What is he looking for?
In the front car.
That's me. Yeah. The neighbors went and checked his camera and they said that a white car drove away at 1. It was me though. That was me. I dropped her off.
That was the last action on my camera.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll show
throughout the
you
whole
in
day,
a
or-
minute too the last video footage of Shannan because they have a Ring doorbell camera on the house. And so when she came in at 2:00 in the morning,
It picked it up.
right, you see her come in. So we know she came in, got home safe, and was in that house at 2:00 that morning. And now it's the next morning and her car's there, all her stuff is there. She had a doctor's appointment, didn't go to it, isn't answering the phone. None of that makes sense. And the friend's already aware that he is acting weird to her and that she is
Yeah, they're
concerned
picking up on
that
the
he
social
is
cues.
cheating, that he doesn't want to be with her. She
Mhm.
had been crying her eyes out in the days prior. And there were messages where she had sent to her friends while she was in North Carolina, just saying like, he doesn't kiss me, he doesn't want to even look at me, like something has changed, I don't know what.
She just didn't know. what,
And
yeah.
she was just blindsided by all of it. She didn't understand what happened.
You mean?
Well, yeah.
What about the? You know, there's no way you can look for the day during the daytime.
What?
Thank God for this guy here, this neighbor, being a nosy, good neighbor. And you can tell too, this guy does not like Chris, in my opinion. You can tell.
The car too. So she left with
When
the
they
friend.
come
She
over
would've
there
kept
in a
the car
minute to
seat.
watch the camera. Because he got some footage.
I can go look if he doesn't find her.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Huh? Chris is in the house. We're standing outside of the house.
So look at this. This whole time, he's in the house and has not come and opened the door for the police.
Yeah,
And
he's
just left
trying to
them
cover his
standing out there.
tracks.
What the fuck is he doing?
Da-da-da,
Like,
da-da-da.
the
Right.
first thing you would do is open, or well, fuck that. You would have just said, "Come in right behind me," right?
Yeah.
You would have
Right.
like had them come in with you. He made sure to go in there alone first.
That's weird. See, that's
And in
just
my opinion, I think he wanted to walk through really quick and just, oh, is there anything that I forgot laid out? Whatever, like doing something. This whole time they're waiting for him to come and open this door. Like, where is
Can we
he?
go in the house?
Can we go in the house?
I mean, that's up to him. It's his house. If you guys.
And there, finally, he comes and opens the door.
Mind if I come in,
so
Chris?
bizarre.
And he just opens it, turns around, walks the other way. Like, I mean, just is not even speaking to her friend. And it's like, what the fuck did the friend do? She didn't do it. He's just pissed because she blew his cover pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And look, you can tell she's like beside herself, right? Because she can tell something is very fucking wrong. And that's how you can tell the difference in a reaction of someone who is genuinely concerned about someone they care about and what he's doing, because she's showing all the body language of someone who is actually in distress. She's doing a lot of like self-soothing behaviors if you watch her, like wringing her hands and rubbing her head and stuff like that. Like, she is very worried, and he has none of these things coming through body language wise. He is completely closed off. He's not even making eye contact with anyone. He doesn't want these people here, and that's clear. Now he's going in the in these other
He's checked
rooms
upstairs. She's
rather
not
than
there.
even going in.
I just want to make sure she's not passed.
Like, what are you doing? Why would
What
you?
the hell?
He's walking around the kitchen looking at his fucking phone.
Yeah, he's playing
Why would
nervous.
you would? This is fuck your wife. These are your kids.
Kids, right?
You're not concerned that they're nowhere to be found
He's so
right now.
That's what. Yeah, it's so nonchalant. It's just weird.
She's
I would have been
diabetic.
erect, like on the
Like,
floor.
The cop has to go get him and say, could she be passed out somewhere? Is she diabetic? Like, these are things the cop should not have had to say that, right? Because someone who's concerned for their wife would have already
Give
been
them
up
as much
there.
information as possible.
They would have already let him be in, like we said. They would have said, kick the door down.
You mind if I look around? Good, thanks.
Look, now he's still not going upstairs. He just went into the
Unbelievable.
garage, which we will come to find out, by the way, that there are sheets off of the bed where he did murder Shannan in the garbage can in the garage. They will find those soon. That ends up being found. I don't think there was blood on those or anything, but it's still like, why would that be in there? And the bed, even though this house is very clean and very well put together and whatever, all the sheets are off the bed in the master bedroom.
Because
It's just a bare,
oh man, he just buried himself. Yeah,
it's a bare mattress without sheets, which is also weird. Where are the sheets?
Oh, you're fine.
a dog's like, he did it.
He did it. The dog's like, fuck this.
Right. It was him.
Dude, you know the dog had to like.
I wonder what he
witness
witnessed.
something.
Right. For real.
run, chicken. So this is all the
That is
downstairs.
such a nice house, though.
It's
Like,
beautiful. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is the basement, I think.
yeah,
Yes,
look at that's
this is
finished.
the
Look how
basement.
nice that is.
All kinds of storage.
That's
But
perfect for
this is
Shanny
where
and
he
Rev.
was sleeping, and you'll see in a second.
Shanny and Rev would love that. Oh,
Right
my
here,
God.
there is a bed. Do you see this?
Oh, yeah.
On the left or on the right-hand side, if you look, there is a full-on bed with pillows, and as you can see, there's a blanket. It's disturbed. Someone has been sleeping there. You can tell by looking at it. Someone had been sleeping there. Why? That's a red flag. Who's sleeping downstairs in the
Right.
basement?
That's true. My pulse is like how many fish tanks I can put in that basement.
Dude, it's huge.
It's huge, yeah. It's pretty big. That's what she said.
You could definitely make that into like a little extra
Shanny and
apartment
Rev would,
for
yeah,
someone or
like they would
something,
be
you know?
over the moon to have that.
Look,
Yeah.
and you got a refrigerator over here. You could add and turn it into like have a whole kitchen down there. You never noticed the bed? Yes, that bed.
I'll
Yep.
be
And
honest, I
he
didn't
does
really
admit
notice it.
he does admit later on that he's been sleeping down there. He tells them that he has been, because he does end up admitting they were having, you know, that they had talked about splitting up and things, and he had been sleeping downstairs. Which is weird because I think he says that he was doing that while they were gone, even. So he didn't want to sleep in the marital bed even. He wanted to be down there.
How many rooms was that, I wonder?
I believe at least 3, maybe. I know there's like 2 different living room
Yeah,
areas.
because most homes come like with like 3 bedrooms or 2.
Yeah, there's at least 3 bedrooms. I think 4 bedrooms.
No one, yeah, because
no
one really like maybe in the South, but like no one really makes like 2. It's hard to find a 2-bedroom like house that's like big.
Oh
right?
yeah. Well, where like too, like in Florida and stuff, I know like there's not a lot of houses have basements like that. And I think it has to do with like the water
It's
level or whatever.
a swampy
Yeah,
state.
it's
So yeah.
not. Yeah, you can't do so. But in places like this, like that's the usual. I guess they all usually have basements and stuff.
I'm checking the house for consent.
Down the phone.
Oh.
So here's the first red flag too. He just came out. So the cop gets upstairs. Chris comes out and says, "I found her phone."
Wow. Yeah.
So
you're
that's
pointing out things that I didn't really.
bad,
Yeah.
right? Because she would
Mhm.
not have left without her phone. If she
Right.
was somewhere, if she left willingly, whatever, she would have taken that phone. And now, if you look in there to the master bedroom, that's the bed. And as like I said, you can see there's no sheets or anything. All of that is off of that bed.
Well, any friends she would be hanging out with?
I mean,
I know. I guess her parents are out of state.
Across country, North Carolina.
Oh.
And
Yes,
if
that's
what
not-
he, has since admitted, and at some point we will get into all of that, but the bed is where it happened, where he strangled her.
Wait, the Shannon, right?
Hmm?
We're talking about the wife Shannon. That's where he strangled her.
Yes,
from what
that's
I
where he
remember.
killed her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
She can play that. Cool. All the girls' blankies are gone.
This is all the girls' blankies on.
Their blankies they sleep with, they don't leave anywhere without them.
Good.
Now he knows that because he took those blankies with them. They brought them in the car.
Like, we're gonna go for a ride, girls. Like, bring your blankies. To
And now,
yeah.
so at this point, though, too, you come in, the phone is there, the blankets are not there. As a father, would you not be panicked at this point? I mean, at this point, you would know something is really wrong, and you would be panicked, right?
You would be crying.
Stuff you'd take for a quick trip.
But he's not even in here looking at shit. Every time we see him in this, he is looking down on his motherfucking phone.
Her phone's here.
Look, okay, so this is where the friend realizes that the phone is there, and the body language. Watch this. You see Shannan's phone. Okay, do you see what she just did? That is like, that's what someone will
Can
do.
we
Like,
play it in slow-mo?
yeah, she saw that phone, and it was almost like she didn't even want to touch it. Like, she jumped back from it like it was hot almost. You know what I mean? What it is that's the because she knew that that was significant that something is wrong. Because she knew Shanann would not go anywhere without her phone. So when she saw that phone there, she knew what that meant. And you could tell she knew then, like, something is really, really
Something
wrong.
ain't right. Yeah.
Your phone's here? Look, she goes to touch the phone, and then she, like, her hand jumps back.
Does she work?
She knew. She's like, oh God, where is she? What the fuck did he do?
So let me ask you this: do you think at this point she was okay? Do you think she was
And she is
suspicious,
disgusted with him at this point. Yes. Oh
or do
my
you,
God.
or
Yeah.
the whole
She already
time, or do you think
was.
that this
She
is the
already
pivotal
was.
moment? Oh,
She already was. She was because, like I said, Shanann had been confiding with her friends that he was acting weird.
and that's her best friend, right?
Leading up to this, yes. Like the whole weekend, she couldn't eat when they were on the trip. She was that stressed out by all of it. And so the second that she didn't answer the phone the next morning, her friend was already like, okay, something is wrong. Like, that's what I mean. She didn't waste no time in calling the police, which is a good thing, right? Because that gave him even
Oh
less
yeah,
time to cover
right.
up anything
Cover up
or
his
like,
tracks, right?
yeah. And so now he knows again, we've got the phone there. The friend is clearly panicked and
She's more
and
panicked than
he's
him.
still
Yeah.
just standing there, not really saying anything, looking at the ground, not urgent in any capacity. Like, what?
How could you not be?
What
I would
is
be.
Nothing
this?
turns back on, it's gonna start blowing up.
Oh yeah, trust me.
It was shut down.
She's in the play.
Yeah.
Like a wreck.
Look.
Well, it was originally on the propeller on the couch.
You know her passcode?
I don't know her passcode.
It used to be 2385, but now it's 6 digits.
Oh, now he's trying to like
Act like, yeah.
Yeah.
31, 8, 19.
Look. Now he's doing some self-soothing.
What's she do for work?
Yep, that's a self-soothing. Yeah.
Because he's stressed out now because he knows that they're questioning this. Look, what is he doing? He can't even get on it, and he's just standing there staring.
Didn't he say he didn't know what the code was?
Yeah. So what are you doing? Look at her. She's looking like, what is he doing?
How often does her blood sugar drop low?
So like when you see him put his hands like on his head like that,
She normally has migraines.
like that is like self-soothing, but it's basically like when your body's under that much stress, and you like subconsciously try to calm yourself down.
Yes,
like
you will do things you
they'll
don't
do
even
that.
consciously know that you're doing.
They do that all the time without realizing, like touching your face, rubbing your neck, putting your hands on your head. It's like
there's a lot of tells for
Yeah, your
things.
nervous
Yeah.
system's trying to like regulate itself, but like I think like the
Right.
interesting part is like when it's happening because he wasn't doing that earlier when he was
No.
talking. He starts doing
Right.
it when like the pressure hits.
Mhm.
So it's like less about like, the
And
gesture
that's yeah, and
and more
that's the
about what
thing that's
triggered it to me,
yeah, that's the
That's what
thing
makes it
that's
stand out.
very interesting about the body language stuff is that a lot of it's things that you literally can't consciously stop yourself from doing really. Like you would have to really work at it and you know what I mean because it's just things that you can't really control.
Right. Like when
Um
someone's under like that kind of pressure, like it's like their
like
nervous system kicks into overdrive, right? So
yes.
you'll see little things,
Yep.
restlessness, pacing, like touching your face, like
Yeah, duper's
it's
delight.
automatic. Yeah. The
So
body's basically
that
trying
will
to bring
happen a
itself
lot when
back
people
down
lie.
to baseline, right?
Yeah, a lot of times when people lie, it's called duper's delight. For whatever reason, they will almost smile. Shanny does it a lot. She
Yeah.
does that shit a lot when she's lying.
What about
She
revving
looks
the
like
neck
she's
thing? Do
about
you
to
think that's
fucking
like
bust out laughing.
yeah.
And Chris does that at several points in a
Do
lot
you
of this.
do you
And
think that
during this video that he's
mhm,
gonna do for the news, it
mhm.
happens in that pretty clearly.
Do you think that like Rev would do the neck thing or do you think that's like more drug induced
Yes.
than because like the
Yeah.
problem is like when it shows up like at these specific moments, it like tells you like what's actually stressing them out. Like, of course, like they're missing, but I think it's more of like guilt than anything.
Mhm. Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
and I do think the neck thing has to do with him lying, and
Yeah.
it being a nervous twitch of sorts or whatever. Because if you notice, that's when it happens a lot. It's when
Like
he's
look
telling
at
some fucking story.
yeah, just look at like his baseline behavior, like basically like how someone acts like when they're like more relaxed, and
Mhm.
then you compare it like how they act under like pressure, like what the
Right.
difference is like what like there's like that's when things like gets very interesting. Like it's
Mhm.
not just about like even like what he's doing, but like how different it is like a few minutes before, right? Things start to
Right.
get heavy. Yeah,
Right. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
him a lot this
Like
weekend.
freeze
Cat
like
was in there,
versus
so she
fight or
figured it was
flight,
because his blood pressure and sugar
Mhm.
was dropping.
I'm surprised he's
Because
not
she
is he
wasn't eating
sweating,
her not well
Carrie?
that she normally eats.
I
Like,
would
she ate a couple
imagine.
bites and said she was full.
Like
He looks like he might be a little bit.
She doesn't ever black out or have
No,
seizures or anything like
No,
that.
I mean, a long time ago. She got in a car wreck, and I believe that's what happened. But Imitrex is something she takes for migraine. She
yeah,
took
Emitrex
more
is a
Imitrex
migraine
this last month than
medication.
she
My
ever had
friend takes
before, but
that.
that's just because she was in North Carolina with the humidity and everything like that. She was there for 6 weeks, and we got back Monday or Tuesday, and then she flew out to Arizona Friday morning, and then she got back last night about 2 a.m. The flight got delayed. She left about 11. She got here at 2.
Okay.
And I went to work this morning about 5:15, 5:30.
What do you do?
You ever heard of
I work
something
at
called
Oil
like
Gas and
and I think
What
this
do you do
like matches like Chris's like behavior. Like it's called like emotional incongruence. Have you ever heard of that?
No, what's that?
It's basically like when someone's like emotional response doesn't match the situation. And we're clearly
Mm.
like seeing that throughout the whole video. Like if your family's missing,
Yeah,
me and you are
daughter.
just like we're expecting you to be like urgency, the fear, distress, but
Yeah, you
like
found her
that's not
phone's there,
there.
like,
It
what the
stands
fuck?
out,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, none of this. It's not making sense
There's not even
for
like any
what's
micro stress
happening.
signals at all. Like
No.
there's no.
He's gonna look very stressed in a minute though when he goes over to the neighbor's house and they start watching the neighbor's f- you know, cam. He has
Yeah.
a yeah, it's like on his driveway or whatever. And oh, he
And
definitely starts
remember
looking
this,
very thin.
like just remember this, like the body usually tells the truth before the person does.
Mhm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Start
Yeah, I definitely still be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and look, he's
Don't-
like
don't have that,
smiling.
especially in that heat.
That is yeah, that's
Like
like
why?
yeah.
And now we're gonna look at her phone some more. Look at that phone for some reason.
That's what
We
Cyrex
can't
does.
even
He
get in
smiles
it.
like when he's spotting a lie.
Can you
Yeah.
look at your
Yeah.
camera to see from your security system to see when she left?
That's why she left out the front door.
Because you You told me that she went on a play date with the girls, and then
That's what she told me.
Addie said you told her that
Yeah, she went with some friends she went to go to a friend's house with the kids. That's why I knew they weren't at school.
Addie said you told her that she left in the middle of the night.
Oh no, she didn't leave in the middle of the night, no.
Yeah.
Didn't leave at all, dipshit.
Do you think something triggered him, like when he went for her phone and or he was like looking at it? Do you think like something triggered him to like?
Oh
like,
no, I think he
internally?
planned it. I think he planned it. I don't think it was a trigger thing because, like I said, he called, told them the school that the girls were not going to be there. He was talking to a real estate agent about selling the house, and he told that real estate agent that he was getting divorced, that he was going to be splitting up from his wife, and all of this shit. And he had talked about none of that with her. So it was like there were too many things that he did that made it obvious that he knew that they were not going to be around
Yeah.
much longer.
Yeah, like the pacing, I think it's like almost like as if his nervous system's trying to like burn off the stress.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah, and he does it more and more.
Like fight or
pace.
flight, like energy. But he can't run, so it comes out like this, like what we're saying.
Yeah, and who is he on the phone with now? Her family?
Yeah.
I think the friend handed him the phone. I think the mom was like, I want to talk to him.
I have no clue whatsoever why she wouldn't take her cell phone.
Look, so then look at this. The friend just walked into the bedroom.
Right.
And you notice that he noticed that she did, and immediately now he's walking in there because see, that's where it happened. I think he's worried.
Yeah, she'll come across something.
Yes.
Because you're gonna second guess yourself. Did I leave something that's like,
Yep. And I think this is where he claims to find her wedding ring.
Yeah.
So the friend is walking around in there, and of course he has to go in there then, right? Now, he's still on the phone.
Yeah, I can look at that and see.
With the mom.
But it's so random because it goes off and on here lately. It gets false trips because it told me it was open when I got here. I know it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm not lost. I don't know where she's at, where the kids are at.
Like what? You're not. Oh my god, dude. The way he's acting about it.
Yeah.
I don't know where the kids are at, but you're not fucking acting like someone who doesn't know.
Exactly.
Only people that are out of state that she would contact would be in Arizona, be Cash and Josh, and they're not there.
The guy with the camera said nobody left the house during the day. The only people that showed up in the driveway and entered it were us.
I can look. What's that?
Your neighbor's camera.
Your neighbor, he has cameras. He said that the only people that left the house were you in the morning and then drove or shut up.
So the neighbor just let them know he has a camera facing the driveway. And so if anybody had came and picked her up and took the girls, it would have been on there.
Right.
And no one has come or left the house since he left that morning until her friends got there.
Suspiciously, like at a weird, awkward time that,
Oh, yeah. I dropped her off. Okay. That's the last thing I did. Okay. I'll see if I can get on that USA app or Chase app. See if I can get on it, please. I'll see. I will. All right, thank you.
And he's back on his phone again.
Oh, he's nervous for sure.
Dispatch Rick 91. You can cancel medical if they're staged.
Okay,
Yep,
so here
the
was
cops.
another thing. Did you see? He panicked right there, okay? Because if you listen, the cop went to go talk on his radio or whatever, and that freaked Chris out because he equated that to thinking he's calling me in, or like you know what I mean? Like he that you could tell he panicked when he heard.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Dispatch Rick 91. You can cancel medical if they're state.
He jumped around quick. He turned around quick,
Cancel medical,
boy.
what?
Yeah, because he thought he was saying, we're gonna need backup and like.
Right, and making the whole thing like to kind of get the smoke off him.
And in fact, I think the cop even said after the fact that was done. That he did that on purpose to see the
really?
reaction. He did that on purpose, like around him, just to see what he would do. Because at this point, the cop already was like, something ain't right with this guy. He already knew.
Everyone's already picking it up around him.
Yeah, it's like there's just so many things now that it's like, no, this guy, he knows something. I think where one of the things maybe that it could have been a big fuck up. I don't think it was, because it ended up that it was the husband. But in a situation like this, I would think the police should have locked this down as a crime scene or something,
Right.
and
I
not
agree.
allowed people to be coming and walking all through it and whatever. Because let's just say if they were kidnapped or something like that, you would want to be able to get fingerprints and different things that could be disturbed. I mean, they're letting her little girl play in the girl's room, which again, like, I get why they're doing it, but like, if this had been somebody broke in and murdered them and like, kidnapped them or something, it could have definitely fucked that up.
Oh,
If that had
yeah.
been what the circumstances were. Obviously they weren't. It was him, and that's going to come out because he's not very good at lying. But it could have been bad. Like they're yeah, but this is also Frederick, Colorado. There is not a lot of crime. There's not a lot of break-ins and shit like this. Like, they don't deal with stuff like this all that much, right? So, but still,
Yeah.
you gotta be careful about the shit. Because at this point, I would think there's enough to think that there's something, foul play going on, and that maybe more needs to be happening at this point. But it looks to me like the cop is just watching him.
He's like more like
what time do
observing
you
like
work?
his like body language to see.
He is just focused on him.
6:30 to 3:30, 4 o'clock.
You usually work nights or days?
Days.
What time do you leave the day?
What time I leave there? Come
No, here.
Usually between 5:30 and 6.
Alright. And was Shannon here then?
Yes. Yeah, she's still in bed.
Then why are the sheets gone?
Does she usually watch the kids, or you have daycare watch them? Or?
She usually watches the kids if they're not at school.
Okay.
But they hadn't started school, so what do you mean if they're not at school? And he's just on his phone again. Like, what in the fuck would you be doing on your phone right now like this? This is crazy.
Maybe he's
What
just
is
like
he
so
doing?
nervous that he's doing that.
I'm pretty sure it
This
comes
makes
out that he was like
no sense,
texting
though.
the girlfriend here and there.
Oh yeah. Because where is Nicole at?
That's cool.
The little rec center thing right here.
There's a pool right down there.
I wonder if he was with
Look,
her
okay,
prior.
here's another red flag. So Nicole, the friend, says, isn't there a pool in this community or whatever? Like, there's a pool that the residents that live in this community can use, right? And he immediately, without even being willing to listen to it, immediately shuts that down and is like, doesn't even want to look into it. Now, if your fucking wife and kids were missing and you had no idea where they could be, and the car is there and the stuff is there and the phone is there, why wouldn't you want to make sure they weren't there? I mean, wouldn't you? Because if you truly didn't know, anything is possible, right?
True.
But of course, he doesn't want to look into it because he knows they aren't there, because he knows exactly where they're at already. That's the tell. His reaction to that and shutting that down just immediately like that. If you truly didn't know where they were, you wouldn't shut anything down like that. You would be willing, because that's the friend is trying to keep options open. That's what somebody, if you didn't know, what happened to someone, that's what the fuck you would do, right? You're just desperate trying to get some kind of answers. Let's check here, let's check here, let's check here. And he immediately just shuts it down because he knows where they're at. Could she be at the pool?
At the pool?
Look, he's like at the pool.
The little rec center thing right here.
Look at the face he makes.
Yeah.
He's like, he's like, there's a pool down there. Like, he ain't concerned with going and looking at it. Like, what the fuck? These are your kids. Again, that would, most people might hear that and be like, oh, you know what? Let's check it. Why not? We need to find out. We got to cross every bridge. We got, anything. And he just immediately shuts it down and even looks at her and is like, the pool? Like, what?
He's trying to act airheaded on purpose.
Pool?
The fact that he thought he can get away with
the little rec center thing right here.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Like, I've been here off and on for 3 hours and there's been nothing. Like, where could it be? Okay, so now I think he's about to go into the bedroom again and come out with
You guys have any kind of
he
issues?
does something in a
marital
minute
issues, or-
that's okay. So here is where this is where everything I think starts becoming kind of clear, because the cop's like, are you having marital issues? And his answer to this and what he goes on to say is just a huge red flag.
You guys have any kind of issues, marital issues, or?
Oh, Amicus, I didn't do anything to you.
You guys filed yet or anything?
Better be nice. Be nice to her.
Sell the house.
Get him, Amethyst. Slap him around.
How's that going?
Put him in his place.
Civil for the most part, or?
That's right. We already know Amethyst loves Carrie because she's literally said it. Okay.
It's on short.
It's on film. I can't make it up.
Is your wife?
I'm
Go to
popular,
that swim pool often? Or?
Everybody loves me, right?
Right.
Hockey like this, I would say no.
Jeez.
Oh my god, and he's still just on the phone.
I know, he loves the playroom. He's playing all the time when we go over.
Look at him. What is he doing? Like, this is so crazy to me. Like, what could he possibly be looking at? I think he just wants to look like he's looking into things maybe or something, but he's really not looking into anything. Like, like, I'm speeding this up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, so is the officer like always going through all the
Like
rooms?
the overhead garage door too was left open and never shut. About that time.
Another thing that I think is a tell for him, lie wise, is you'll notice he does this thing where he bites his bottom lip. Right after he tells a lie, he does this weird thing where he starts biting his bottom lip, and it's like he's like trying to look like, I don't know. Like, it's weird. You can see him do it a lot.
So either like when I pulled away and shut the door, it never shut.
It's almost like he's closing his mouth shut or
Either
something.
the sensor was tripping out, which has happened before. I've had to replace it 2 weeks ago before I left.
Like, bro.
So the basement door was left open at 5:26. Visitor checked at 1:48. That's when she got home.
And why would you just now be looking at anything like that? Right? Like, would be your wife is missing. What? Like that? The fucking garage door shit would be the first thing that you would look at. You wouldn't be looking at that now. That would have been number one.
And then the visitor checked at 12:10. That was you came.
I think the officers know, right? Like,
Oh yeah, they definitely had a feeling very early on about his behavior being very strange.
Were you able to pull up the video at the 1210? See, was it front door?
1210, that was Nikki.
That was you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was beeping at me out in the field.
Out in the field, okay. So he's saying it's beeping me out in the field because when they got there, when Nikki did, it did alert him and stuff like that people were there. And where was he? Out at the location where he left the bodies. Because I don't think he went. Did he go to work though after the fact, or did he just go there?
I don't even think he'd
can't
have time to go to work after doing all that. I mean, we're talking about
There
like, what?
wasn't a lot of there wasn't a lot of. If he did it, he wasn't at work for very long. He couldn't.
No, I mean 4 bodies.
I
we're
don't think
talking
he had
about.
time to because I think
No,
that he
you
like
just offed your daughters and like your wife. Like, how could you even call
and then
out?
he had to rush back here because
Mm-hmm.
her friend was there.
Yeah.
And okay, so this part, he goes into the bedroom
Mm-hmm.
and he comes walking out with her wedding ring, saying, "Oh, she left the wedding ring," and he's gonna try to make it look like this is like a sign
What an
that
idiot.
like she didn't, I guess, want to be with him or something. I don't know, but if you watch, he's doing the thing when he comes out. He's doing the thing I was just talking about. He's biting his bottom lip in and doing this weird thing with his mouth when he comes
Well,
walking out.
I bite my bottom lip and do weird things with my mouth.
No, you'll see it. Watch.
Oh.
Just watch what he does. You'll see. It looks weird. And he really played this like up. Look, he's holding it out to the friend. And
Can we zoom in on
bottom
that?
lip. Look at his face. Look at his mouth, and he's biting his bottom lip.
I don't think we can zoom in, right?
No, I can't.
Can we see that again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and see if I can really.
Look at his mouth. The way he's like, it's
He
like
looks
he's
like one of those
holding it close.
Muppets. Oh yeah.
A Muppet. But it's so too, and he goes to Nicole with it, like.
I think the friend knows something's up.
Yeah, the friend is like, something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's back to the phone again. My God.
It's like all
Does
that
she do
for
her
what?
work from a laptop, or is it just from the phone?
Right, which is the fucking red flag of this, right? She does her work for her phone. She works all the time, every day, day in, day out. Like, the fact that the phone is there is just so obvious that something is wrong. And then look at the bed. Like, there's nothing on it. It's just a mattress.
It's not a joint account.
It's
Like,
a joint
where is
account,
all the
but
shit
like
from the bed?
she controls all of it. Like she doesn't let me do the finances because pretty horrible.
Okay, here's a red flag. So he lets out a little bit here that she does all of the stuff with the money. She controls all of that. He does not get to do any of that.
So what?
It's not a
Like,
joint
what is he
account.
implying?
It's
That
a
she's like
joint
a
account.
low
Well,
plus one, or
the reason it's coming up is because they're like, we'll check the bank account because if she went somewhere, what like she would need money, right? So
right,
did she take money out of the account? Has she used it?
right.
And he's like,
I tried her logins are different than mine.
It's not a joint account.
It's a joint account, but like she controls all of it. Like she doesn't let me do the finances because I was pretty horrible back in the day, so she just kind of handles all that and she does it. And I have the apps on my phone, but I don't have her login to get into it.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Can you log into your account though?
I can. No, I don't have a laptop, but she has no one.
you can't call the bank. There's not a number you can
Right.
call.
There's
Like,
in
I
the
mean,
back of
come
the
on.
card. Yeah.
There's like he's got a card with his name on it. Like, come on now.
I think they're just like letting him make an ass of himself.
Yeah. just seeing what he's going to
Right,
say.
how far he's willing to go.
Like, I know
Right.
the password, but I don't know for login to read or
And he just got an answer for, no, I just don't know. I don't know that. I don't know this. I don't got the password. I don't know.
the login.
Right, if she's getting gas or
Yeah, somewhere.
But I mean, if everything else is there, then her wallet's probably there somewhere, right? I mean,
Right.
if her
What's he
phone
gonna do?
is.
Like throw? I mean, it would look really bad if it was like in the dirt
what
somewhere
days does she
outside.
typically do work?
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, always.
What was the name of the company again?
Lebel. Lebel.
Where are they based out of?
Texas. But they don't have like a. Yeah. They don't have like an office. It's just all.
Does she have someone that she reports to though?
She has her.
That fan looks sus too. What fan?
leaders, but
Do you mean
I
the
think
one
they're
on the
referring to
ceiling?
the one on the ceiling. The ceiling.
Or
fan?
is there one on the floor where he's trying to dry some shit?
they're both in northeast part of the country.
Yeah, her purse
She
was
has
there
Addie
too,
Lowe,
yeah.
She has Amanda Aikman.
No,
she
it's a
has,
weird fan. Do you mean the one on the ceiling here?
I'm thinking the one on the ceiling. Because
I
even
say
that, like that
It
sculpture
does kinda
all the way on the
look like
right looks kind of
it's
suspicious
optical
too.
illusion, I think. It looks like it's only like one-sided, but
What do you have her
You
phone
see
number?
that
Weird.
thing, Carrie?
Yeah.
what?
That it looks like a cat on the wall.
Yeah, this on top of this little bookshelf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that silver thing that looks
Is it a
suspicious
C
too. It for Carrie.
for
A
wait,
C for Carrie.
Chris? No.
No, Carrie.
Yes, it's gotta be Harry. That's what
It
it is.
is Carrie.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. It's all your fault.
All
the
coming
time.
together. Oh my
It's all
god.
coming together.
I really shouldn't have done this. I done told on
Not
myself.
red-handed.
Look, he's doing the biting the lip thing again. Dude, watch this, y'all. Watch his face. Watch his mouth. As soon as a friend asks something, he immediately starts doing that shit again.
What'd you say her last name was?
I mean, he is just calm. These are your daughters.
If that were my kids, I'd be a wreck. I'd be like
They're
on the floor
fucking
crying.
children, dude.
Like in the
There
fetal
was no
position,
note or
like
anything by the wedding
not
ring?
normal.
Oh, god damn it. What did I do? I closed some shit. Hold on.
See, it's that suspicious looking
Damn.
sculpture.
You
see everybody?
Never happened. I have never accidentally. No, I'm just kidding. I have. I'm sure I have. It's the nervous. It's a tell. I'm lying.
It's in your nervous system.
I'm telling. Oh my god. I'm caught. I'm fucking caught.
You're caught.
Okay, so and I want to we might skip a little bit forward to the neighbor thing just for the sake of time because like I said, this could turn into something where you can really go in depth with it because it's a lot. There is a lot of ground covered between all of the stuff that led up to it, the fact that so much of it played out on streams and things because of her job, then the body cam footage, then we got the interrogations, that's hours and hours of footage. Like it goes on. And I also want you guys to see what he does on the news thing today. So let's go to where here it is, where he goes and talks to the neighbor, because the neighbor ends up having some footage from that morning that he wants
I remember that.
to see. And oh my god, Chris, his body language in this is, he can't hide it. But he thought, he was not sure how much this was about to show. And you can tell when it gets to that point that he's panicking, basically. So this is the guy that lives directly next
What's that?
door. And that morning,
My camera. Lay down.
Loading my stuff up in my coolers, my water jugs, my book bag, my computers, some of the tools that
so he's already getting worried, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know what this is going to show. And the closer it gets, like, and when he pulls it up into, oh my God, he
toolbox, I
starts
knew I was gonna
really
have to do some
freaking out.
pumping.
All right,
pumping
so
the
he's
rubbers today.
looking
That's why I was out so far.
How's this?
because the neighbor, and maybe he's nosy. He might be a little bit nosy. I got neighbors like that too. But sometimes it does come in handy because he noticed that Chris never backs his truck up into the garage. He's literally never seen him do that before. And that the truck is always parked out on the road and he brings the stuff to the truck and leaves for work every
Right.
morning. He has never backed that truck up into the garage like that in the morning. So the neighbor already was like, that's weird, right? He noticed that. And then the fact that that was caught.
On continually
Yep.
recording.
Look at Chris.
Yep. Well,
It's not. Is it motion or is it?
Watch
Okay, it's
Chris
motion.
during this.
He looks very
Wow.
anxious. Oh, the TV part, right?
Yeah,
Woo!
this is the
Yes,
this
guys,
is
everybody, like, pay attention
this
to the
is so
TV.
crazy because he is gonna freak out. And there's a lot that did come out with this video because you at some point in this, okay, you can't see, unfortunately, a lot. Because he backed his truck up the way he did. But we do know that he was loading her body up here.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. And he didn't know how much might show, right? He didn't know because I don't think he knew this neighbor got all this, right? So he doesn't know how much is about to show.
He's shitting bricks.
He is freaking the fuck out. And then since then, it's never been anything that I don't that's been used like in court or anything, as far as I know. But obviously, people have analyzed the fuck out of this footage, and there are some people that think that you can see or tell that the girlfriend is there at some point. There's people that have theories that she was in the front seat the whole time that this happened and whatever. I don't know about that. But what you can see at points, and what we do know, is that while he is loading all of this crap up, the daughters come out. And at one point, he picks one of them up, puts them in the car, and you can see it in the shadows, right? Because you can't see them. You can see him because he's tall enough that his head pokes up over the back of the trucks or whatever, walking back and forth. But you don't see them, but you do see their shadows at points. And so people have really tried to analyze that to see exactly like what the hell was happening there. We don't really know for sure. Obviously, I mean, he's told, but can you really trust what he's told? And since he confessed, by the way, he has changed some of the story at times and told different things and switched it up. And so it's like it's hard to know because he lies so much what to really believe. But yeah, his body language here, he is freaking the fuck out.
Right.
It's so obvious. So he's looking.
We usually park out there on the side. I just want to get everything back in.
So now you see the truck is being backed into the. See, look, and he looks away as the truck is backing in. Look at this.
Self-soothing.
Yep, this is a self-soothing behavior that he is doing by putting his arms up like this, and he's biting the bottom lip again. He's even pacing now, back and forth. Look, and then he goes to leave. He goes to pull one hand down to do something with his phone and leaves the other hand there. Like soothing, like it's a very strange body language for an innocent person, right?
Right.
Like all of this screams that he is very, very worried
out there on the side. I just want to get everything
And
back
he's
in.
trying to hide it.
Easier, so lugging
He
everything out
doesn't
there,
want
all
to
the tools
seem
I have to
worried,
bring in.
right? But he is worried, and it ain't for the right reasons. You know, it's like he's scared to even look because he doesn't know what might show here. Because as we know, he let her body out that way. He loaded her body up into this truck. That's what he's doing right now. I mean, look at this. Look how he's looking at this. Now he's looking away. He's not even looking. He looks like he's breathing real hard.
Yeah,
Getting ready for those handcuffs, right?
Right.
It's coming.
What else can I do with this?
Look at his
Look at him.
face.
Look at it. He's sweating. Look at. I was right. He's a sweater.
My detective just
He's
showed
biting
up.
lip again.
So he'll probably want to talk to you. He'd probably, like I said, he might have you call at the bank.
I mean, at this
Look of
point, you
fear.
might as well just say that you're guilty, because that's all that I see. This is like what, sir, you ain't good at this. Okay, some people are good at being manipulative and, like, you know, being able to cover things up. This is not one of those people.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
like,
terrible.
bro, I don't know what the fuck you was
Any
thinking.
kind of activity.
I really don't. You weren't smart enough for this.
Because if there was any sort of action out
I know
there,
his cameras.
I would have got it.
Like
Right.
we had issues the other week when people were stealing stuff out of like garages and stuff like that. And I had parked my truck
I
up
had
here.
to park right here.
Yeah. So someone,
See if
I could
anything
see where someone tried to jimmy with a flathead screwdriver over there, and it was just like.
But if
Look at
any
him looking
action
now.
would have happened, any cars or anything left your house, I would have
Yeah, he's really nervous about that.
Oh, it'll pick up anything coming down the street this way.
You know where that tree there too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Watch
Would
out,
you
so
put
there's-
handcuffs
Look, now
on
he just
him?
like
There's
wants to
nothing
look
on
away.
there. We've already watched that one.
Oh, right here?
But right, you'll see
I mean,
this
at this
car.
point, like looking at him.
No, I mean, no, this ain't proof of anything yet, but it don't look good.
You can see this car starting to drive down the street.
That one.
Oh,
See what I'm saying? It could
But
have
also
all
too,
been
like,
down
I mean, my God, this guy has what could be proof of something, right? If you didn't do it, wouldn't you be more invested in wanting to look at this shit? He's not worried about it. Why? Because he knows it's not going to show anything that's going to exonerate him,
Yeah.
because it has nothing to do with that. So, like, he's not even concerned with it in any other capacity than looking over there, looking worried at the
Right.
part where, you know, it shows him backing up.
He's next door.
He's not concerned with it.
No.
He's ready to get the fuck out of there.
Dispatcher.
No, you need me to go?
Yeah,
No,
be
no,
close
no.
for.
But yeah, we can pick up cars coming this way. I get anything coming this way and making this turn. So, and usually at night I pick up the cars pulling a U-turn. So, unless they pulled right here,
yeah.
but I would have caught her walking out.
Look at him rubbing his chest. Look, he wants to get the fuck out of there.
Oh yeah.
Diesel.
That's like me, like at a football game. Like I just want to get out of there.
Yeah, I thought nothing.
Oh, this is it, Carrie.
Nothing for the rest of the day.
Oh, this is so creepy.
Y'all.
Is this the video thing with the baby?
This is y'all.
This is so creepy.
I want everyone to
forgot
pay
about
attention to the
this.
TV. Yes. Look
This
at the
is
TV.
really weird. This is some of the things where you're like, how like, I don't know. It's very crazy that popped up.
Look at that.
She's pregnant as well.
And he saw it. And
Mhm.
that's when he decided to tell the cop
That
she was pregnant.
pregnant.
Although the cop did already know, but not because of him, but because of the friend. But he looked at it and it spoke to him, because when he saw that, that's what he thought of, was her. And that's why he looked at him and said, "Oh, she's pregnant."
Nothing for the rest of the
Crazy
day.
timing.
Oh, that's it.
Like, God don't play around. I think that
How far
you know,
along?
Like look, Carrie. Look,
oh
look,
yeah,
look.
this is because you know what it is. You know what that
the
was.
oil. The oil.
Yes, but you know what that is? It's a commercial for American Horror Story, one of the
Oh
seasons, and
yeah.
you can pull up that ad and watch like the whole thing.
Yeah.
But because there's a lot of people that have, theories. That's what I'm telling you. So many like conspiracy theories around this case. Because if you watch that ad, in fact, fuck it, I'm gonna pull it up
Well, yeah,
because
pull
it
it
is
up.
very creepy.
It
It's like
is.
it's almost like telling the fucking story
Right.
because
It's like if
it even
she did it.
shows the oil and what happens to those girls because he
Girls.
puts them in oil.
Yeah.
And as we find out later, which is very sad, but like the oil, like it makes your skin come off. Like it literally.
Yeah.
So when you're seeing in this commercial, and it's showing oil, and then then it turns to a skeleton. Like that is, that's what happens. And it's bad. All right, American Horror. What season was it though? Apocalypse is what it was.
Yeah, I believe it was Apocalypse.
Trailer. And there were different trailers, but this is the one right here. Yeah, very, very creepy, haunting type of things. And then a lot of people, if people that believe in some of these crazier things, think that like there are things that come out in shows, right? Like there's been a lot of people and obviously these are conspiracy theories, but there's been a lot of things like where the Simpsons there's been shit that will like be shown on the Simpsons that ends up happening, or like Family Guy too. It's happened quite a bit, and
Yeah.
people think that it's like that they're actually showing us what they're doing and things like this. Yeah, that's a little bit hokey pokey type of shit, but this is
Hokey
definitely
pokey. Yeah.
crazy that this is what just happened to pop on that screen when he was turning those cameras off.
Yeah.
This is what it shows. This is the ad directly from the FX channel or whatever. This is it. Okay. So first off, they show this person in the ground. That's where she was. She
Yeah.
didn't get put in the containers with the oil because he could not fit her in the top. He was able to put the little girls in there because they're small, and
Right.
he could fit them through there. Just barely, by the way. He had to like shove them to get them through that hole,
Oh,
by the way.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, one of their hairs was even on the
Oh, wow.
thing around it or whatever, because he had to push them hard to get them through there. It's not a very big hole at all. But she obviously couldn't do that with her, so he brought a shovel and he dug a shallow grave out there. He didn't dig much. It was very shallow, in fact, and it was not hard for them to find her because of that. But he admitted it too. But you could tell, you could tell where the ground was disturbed. But yeah, she's in the ground. So again, let me go back again because you're gonna see it's her in the ground and then the oil, which is what happens with the little girl.
Oh, that's so creepy.
It is. It really is.
If you're curious to see the tricks out of my sleeve, all you find is yours to keep. Brave, are you brave enough to meet the desires that you seek? Hold my hand, I'll set you free.
Creepy.
It was.
So creepy. That's what popped up right after that. Let me play it again. By the way, I was not impressed with that season.
Oh,
of
what,
American Horror
Apocalypse?
Story. It was I did not like that.
Oh, which
season At
one?
all.
Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
Yeah, it
I was
wasn't
not
that
a fan of that
serious.
one.
No. Yeah.
No, I didn't. I just didn't get into the storyline with it. I just never. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
boring.
Nothing.
Because it was all, they were all like underground. It was just that group of people. Like it was.
Right.
But yeah, baby, and
She's
then
pregnant as well.
How far along?
14, 15 weeks.
and then you even see boom, and into the oil, and then it goes back to that.
That is so bizarre.
Roanoke was shitty too. I was not a fan of Roanoke. Although I know some
I
people
like
that loved that season. Was it?
I
Is
like
it
the
you? Are you
beginning.
one of those people?
I
Because I know
like
I've
the
talked to
begin-
people about it. I'm like, I fucking hated Roanoke, and other
I
people
just
are
didn't like
oh
the
my
ending.
God, it was
I didn't
awesome.
like
I'm
the
like,
ending, but I did enjoy it. Yeah,
really?
I know.
Yeah, the ending was too.
The
Yeah,
ending
you're
was
trying to
terrible.
be like, yeah, no, stop. So, okay, so we're gonna wrap up, but what I want to end it on is I do want to show the news footage. Okay, so all of this has went down, right? He's had the cops at the house. He is doing this after this ends. He leaves.
Right.
That's why
And
her friend said it was low blood sugar.
What the neighbor says too is very
Telling.
But oh, here he is again on his phone. Like Jesus Christ, bro.
My camera.
I'm glad you showed this part because it was so creepy. Like
I forgot about that. I'm glad that it popped up because I had forgot about that. There were a lot of weird things with this. Like
Yeah.
it just it's a lot. It is a lot.
Did you go check if anything was missing around your house?
There wasn't nothing, but all the old blankets and the and then her wedding dress on the nightstand. Her phone was still there.
So where did he walk off to now?
Wouldn't you be wanting to look at more footage and see and
Right.
like
It's like
maybe there's something
terrible.
on there? Is there anything? Can you show me? Like
Mm-hmm.
he just doesn't care because he knows it's not going to be on there. He knows what happened. So he knows this is a waste of time, kind of. All this stands to do is make him look bad.
She dropped her off at 1 in the morning, right?
My doorbell said 1:48. She came in.
Okay. It's not on this one. It'll be on this one.
He knows it's not on there. Come on, dude. But he's gotta play it off.
February at 1:48.
As soon as they set motion, like patio. How about you?
That was the start of the video?
So that was her friend dropping her off.
I did pick her up going into the house though.
And I usually pick him up when he comes walking through here. I pick him up. So it doesn't show her walking in the house.
And if you look while this is being played and stuff, if you look at the neighbor in this, most of the time he's looking at Chris. He ain't even looking at the thing. He is mean mugging this guy because he knew.
Yeah.
He knew something was really off.
That's the other dog.
Yeah, that's that guy's the neighbor dog. He's like, this guy is guilty.
Guilty.
Oh, I don't like him. But no, for real though, it would make you wonder if maybe a dog couldn't smell something like that because I mean,
Well,
he was
you know they're very
touching bodies
intuitive.
and stuff, and they can smell. Like I mean, a dog's sense of smell. That's why they have cadaver dogs and shit.
Yeah.
And all they have to do is give the dog like, the person's clothes or whatever, like something that they wore that hadn't been washed or what,
Right.
and they can track the person. Like I mean, crazy. The dog knows. The dog always knows.
Mm-hmm.
If only they could speak. Dogs have seen a lot of shit go down actually in like murders and stuff. And you always wonder like what the fuck. There's been people who, their owners or whatever been
Yeah, because
murdered.
animals are very intuitive.
Yep.
How long is a typical report?
I always wonder if somebody was like actually came in trying to hurt me, what would Noah do?
Oh,
I think he would do
This is
something.
at
I do. I think
148,
he would know the
and the
difference
next one I
because we've
have
had
is
people
Marital.
come to the door before
Mhm.
and like I'll open the door and it'll be somebody that I'm even being like nice with, but he is extra aggressive for some reason. Like there's just something that
Because that person
doesn't
has
like
something on them that is just negative
because
that
he
no
will
one
be,
doesn't like.
you know,
Yeah.
like sounding really mean. And I'm like, and normally he really doesn't, even when he does bark, it doesn't really like
No one would
growl
love
that
me if I
much.
came with cheesecake. Uh-huh.
But oh my god, if it's somebody at the door, like a man, he really doesn't like men. That's probably that's one of the I think the
Well,
bigger
thank God I'm not a man.
the bigger the person, the more he doesn't like it. And he's like, get the fuck out of here.
No cars came through because I guarantee with the headlights, it picks up the headlights
Oh, yeah.
automatically.
And my Vivint said that at 5:27, my garage door was left open. But that could have been the sensor as well. It says it was shut during the day, but I think when Nikki's son, he may have tried to move the door around, maybe when they were trying to get in the garage door, and it probably broke the laser there. That's because my alarm started going off.
Well, I know he said the front door he tried going in, but he had the lock up.
That's for
So
the
that
kids,
set
so
it
they don't
off,
get out.
right?
And our remote on the outside doesn't work anymore. It got wet and the whole radio on the back.
So yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Hopefully something comes up here.
All right, now watch this. So he immediately starts leaving, but the cop is going to hang out for a second to talk to the neighbor. Listen to what the neighbor says.
Mind if you just want to go talk to him? I'm going to get his info real quick. No.
He said he ain't acting right.
Right. Yeah, you know.
Rocking back and forth, and if you look, he never loads his stuff in and out of the garage ever.
Right.
And it doesn't look like he.
Oh, I'm not going to go into true crime. Well, then what am I doing? So weird. It's almost like I already am and you can't do anything about it. Keep trying to threaten me though and make yourself look like a crazy fucking person. How can people be this fucking pressed?
Right.
Like, are you serious right now? And these are the people. I'm not, you know what? I ain't even doing it. Not even going to give them a challenge.
No, don't even.
Like to threaten somebody. Oh, you're not going to do true crime. Oh, really? Because, I mean, I could swear I'm doing it right now. Like, I don't need your permission, but thanks.
Right.
Are you able to record this?
I'd have to call Comcast.
Okay, cops are on the way. Okay, when they get here, I'm going to make sure to show them this and lead them right to you. So, not very bright on your behalf if you did
How
call
could
them.
you be this bored? Like,
but go ahead. You think I'm worried about the cops? I like the cops and the cops like me. I'm not breaking any laws or doing anything wrong. Up here streaming, talking about a case from 7 years ago.
right.
You look like a fucking psychopath. Like, seriously, these people are this fucking crazy. And certain other content creators around here allow this guy, this nut job, this psychopath that likes to threaten people and go IRL, they welcome them into their community. And in fact, encouraged that person to strike my channel down. And then when he didn't do it fast enough, they just decided they would do it instead. Like, you guys just want to shut me up so fucking bad. It's not going to happen. So stay mad.
And you're not even covering channels. You're just doing true
No!
crime.
Now
Like,
you're going to be mad about the true crime, right? Like, I don't fucking care. And in fact, that it bothers you so bad makes me want to do it more.
Even
So-
more.
I can get him to do whatever. But watch, you'll see him get out.
Yeah, weird.
And he walked back and forth a couple times.
But also, like, does this guy not, this same dude came on my channel, what, like more than 6 months ago or something, threatening me? You said all this shit back then. Like, do you
It's
think, like, I just don't get what you think you're doing. But it's cute that you care. It's so cute that you made it out just for this special stream, that you cared so much to go through all that effort to try to get some attention and try to make it bad or something. Like, wow. That's sad. That is just sad, but not surprising.
Mhm.
All right, let me pull up
The
the last
opposite.
thing
My
we're gonna
wife and I
cover
were
here
wondering when she was on vacation
tonight.
if something happened, because I've heard them
And then we're
full out
gonna
screaming at
take
each
a
other from
break
top of
and
their
we'll
lungs.
get back into it again
And that's pretty
and
recently.
go what
And then
happens
again, and
after
again,
this.
and again, and again, and again.
Yeah, it's gonna take a couple of times to get through all of the Chris Watts stuff alone because
Give your ID.
Then we'll do a
it's a
24-hour
lot.
true crime stream. How about that?
Ooh, like a marathon. All right, so I think this is it. Yeah. So what's crazy about this, right? So this is later the next day. So she had been gone the whole night before. The girls, both of them. By this point, the police were involved, like cadaver dogs
Yeah.
had been sent in, and so there are people that are like in and out of the house at this point. And he makes the choice to talk to the news because he wants, I guess, to look like he cares that she's missing. He's really trying to push this missing thing, right? And everybody, I think his family and people told him not to do this, right? This was not exactly a good idea.
Yeah.
Most people don't do, because it can, it's just a weird thing to do, period. But I think he wanted to look like he cared, so he just thought that he was gonna be able to pull it off. And he just comes off so shady,
Chris
so unbothered, and like it's just red flags all over the place.
Watts, WATTS.
Wow. What's going on right now around your house?
Right now, it's you got K9 units, the sheriff's department.
And he's so
Everybody's like
relaxed,
they're
it's
doing
so
their best
weird.
right now to figure out like if they can get a scent, and see where they went. If they
There's something too that, and this is like all the time with him, but there's something I have never liked about his eyes. Like he just has there's something cold there. Like
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but he all like, and I guess maybe it's because we know what he did, and so it's like I don't know, but there's just something about him that I don't like it. I don't like it. It gives me the creeps.
went on foot, they went in a car, they went somewhere. And right now, it's just like they've been on point. They're going through the house trying to get a scent, and hopefully
Red Feather, get your old crusty dusty ass out of here. Who's laughing about this? I have not laughed about this case, not at all. Okay, if I laugh with my friend about something because we're talking about something, it's not the same, dear. Nobody's laughing about
They
this.
know that you're not laughing about it. They're
Heartbreaking.
just fucking
It's
with you. That's
very
what it is.
sad, and it's sad. What's even worse is that you guys have to do shit like that, right? To have something to say, even though anybody that watches this knows that's not true. Nobody's laughed at this. It's terrible what happened. It's disgusting what happened.
They know that. They're just
And
fucking with
nobody
you.
thinks it's funny. Nobody. But you guys come in here and you disrupt it and you derail and you are taking the attention off the victims and putting it on yourself. That's what you're doing.
Exactly.
You're trying to make it about something else than the victims and me getting this story out there. This is about them, not you guys.
Yep.
hopefully they can pick something up to where it's going to lead to something.
It just shows what kind of people you are.
Your wife came home. Tell me what's.
She came home from the airport 2
But
a.m. and
desperate for
I
content.
left around 5:15. She's
So
still here.
I know they're all gonna cover this too because they got to cover everything I do because they don't have content. Like that's the thing, you guys. It's called like get a fucking life, get some friends, get some hobbies and things that you're interested in, and go talk about them. That's all I'm doing. I don't need the drama, right? I don't need you guys or the drama or any of that to come on here and talk and have people watch. Why can't y'all just do that? It's so easy.
Right.
And like
Called
about
have a fucking
12:10
personality.
and
but
that
you don't.
afternoon, her friend Nicole showed up at the door. Like I had texted Shannan a few times that day, called her, say, you know,
And they get so
but
mad
she never got back
when
to
I'm
me,
on
but she wasn't
here
getting back to any of her.
having fun doing something with someone that it
Right.
really bothers them every time.
Triggered.
Like, oh, she's on here doing something else, not talking about us. What? We gotta come in here and spam the chat, boy. Like, wow, that's again, it's sad. Like, I honestly kind of feel bad because it's like these are miserable people. Like,
Right.
happy people don't act like this.
She came home from the airport 2 a.m. and I left around 5:15. She was still here, and like about 12:10 and that afternoon, her friend Nicole showed up at the door. Like I had texted Shannan a few times that day, called her, say, you know, but she never got back to me, but she wasn't getting back to any of her people.
Oh yeah, he did do that too, by the way. He knowingly sent her some bogus text messages that morning, like trying to, I think in one of them he even said something about how they had talked last night or something. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
and
but
I'm
they were
really,
like fake
yeah,
messages.
he was trying to act like they were cool. Like, even
Mm.
though that they had been having the
They weren't.
marital issues, that they were
Yeah.
like, he was like trying to make it seem like they were on the same page about things when that was not the case. And she was not telling anybody that she wanted to be divorcing and splitting up from him. That was
Right.
him. You know what I mean? He was acting like they talked about it and like, oh, and it was just, yeah, this is what's going to happen. And like, no.
As well, and that's what
Like,
really
making it like she
concerned a lot of
wanted it.
people. Is like she's not getting back to her. Like she doesn't get back to me, that's fine. Like she gets busy during the day, but she didn't get back to her people, which was very concerning. And Nicole called me when she was at the door, and that's when I came home. And then walked in the house, and nothing was vanished. Nothing was here. I mean, she wasn't here. The kids weren't here. Nobody was here.
What's your wife's name?
Shannan, Shannan.
What's your kids' name?
Bella and Celeste.
You're right though. He does have like cold eyes.
Celeste.
How old are your daughters?
4, Bella's 4, Celeste is 3.
And keep in mind, oh, there you go. He's doing the lip thing and the biting the lip thing. But keep in mind too that this man had literally murdered his entire family, his wife and his 2 toddler daughters. I mean,
And then
they
the
were 4
unborn,
and 2.
technically. Yeah.
Yeah, and technically the unborn
Yeah.
child that she was pregnant with. He murdered all of them
Sick.
literally 24 hours prior to this.
Prior
Like
to this.
the day before. Yeah, he had just murdered all of them. Like, this is the last face that those little girls saw him. This
Sad.
fucking piece of shit.
And so,
Also, what? He
how
could
many
go
times did
be
you
with
try
another
calling
woman. Like, dude,
I
you
called her 3 times,
need to do
texted
all
her about 3
that.
times, just
No,
to say,
right.
you know.
Like, there's another man that would have loved to have had Shannan. She would have moved on. She would have been okay. I mean, I'm sure it hurt. Like, I don't think she expected it, that he was going to be doing what he did. And I think she was, I don't think she wanted a divorce, but she would have
Yeah.
accepted it. She would have had to accept the fact that he didn't want to be with her anymore. And eventually she would have dealt with the hurt and she would have moved on. And some other man, like I said, would have been happy to have her because she was a very attractive woman. She was
Yeah.
very smart. She was a go-getter. She would have built herself back up without him. She did not need him financially to do anything. She bought a home. That's the thing. And maybe sometime we'll go into like their lives before they even got together because I know some stuff about that too. And, you know, she had established herself already on her own way before he ever came into her life. She had been married before but they didn't have kids. But she had worked in a couple of different jobs. I think she worked for like a car sale. I want to say that there was like another thing that was like party promoting and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it was she was making fairly good money doing things like that before, and got to the point at a pretty young age that she was able to buy her own home right off the bat,
Wow.
and it was a nice home too. It was fairly big.
And this was
And
before this one, right? That they
yes,
okay.
this was way before. Yeah, this was when she was married to another man, and like I said, she didn't end up having kids. The marriage didn't work out, and she ended up getting really sick because she found out she had lupus. So she was fighting a lot on her own with her illnesses and stuff leading up to meeting him. And when she met him, the first night that they hung out, she had to have like a test or whatever, like I think a colonoscopy or something like that the
Yeah.
next day. And so sh he, like, hung out with her all the night before, like, and she had to be there, like, be near the bathroom because you have to take this medicine, and, like, it's not a fun process,
Right.
okay?
Right.
But, and she had to do that, but he was there and, like, was there for her as she was going through this hard time with being sick, and there was, like, a night where they talked about how, like, they were watching movies or something on the couch, and she fell asleep on him, and his arm fell asleep, and he needed to pee really bad, but he just sat there and held it for, like, 3 hours because he didn't wanna wake her up, and she thought that was so sweet. And like, he was a kind nice guy. And like, there's footage of him too while they were married, and he was in school, and he did a paper or like a whole presentation for a class,
Mm.
and the topic was like marriages and like making marriages work, and that how you have to put things into it. And like, it's very strange to
Yeah.
hear, knowing what he goes on to do. But it seemed like, at least at that time in the beginning, it did seem like he was crazy about her genuinely. And I don't know what happened and what changed. I mean, I think it was just this new woman. Um, and like I said, if you, we'll get into that, but the way that he looked when he met Shannan compared to here is different, right? Like I said,
Yeah.
he was chubbier back then. I mean, I wouldn't call him fat,
No.
but he was
Thick
chubbier,
maybe?
right?
Yeah.
And he didn't have like a cut sculpted body or anything.
No.
And
Yeah.
I guess he started working out and doing all this, stuff with the Thrive weight loss, whatever was going on there, and lost the weight, lost a bunch of weight, toned up, and got built. And I think that he wasn't used to getting like attention maybe from women,
Right.
really. And I think this woman kind of came on pretty strong with him. And like I said, there's proof that makes it appear she knew about him and his wife, Shanann, like a year before what happened, like even before they got like actually ended up getting together. Like, so people think like she saw him, she knew about him, and kind of had her eye on him for a while, possibly. And then even after they got together, and when she knew that he was still married to somebody else, she was doing things like looking at wedding dresses and shit. So it at least seemed like she thought he was definitely gonna leave the wife, and they were gonna be together, and it was serious. Yet when she talked to the police, she tried to play it like, "Oh, we're just, this is not
They're
serious."
kinda like going through emotions,
Like,
basically.
well, she was just like, I kind of act like she didn't know that much either about his life. She knew that he was married and had kids, but like, she knew way more than she tried to let on that she did. And she was very aware of all of that and was planning things with him. So it wasn't just this carefree, like she wasn't expecting anything thing that she was trying to make out to the police. She just wanted to distance herself from anything like that because she knew it might make her look really guilty being the freaking mistress. Like,
Yeah.
maybe you are involved in this and you wanted her out of the way. And I'm not so sure that that couldn't be the case. But again, that's mainly just speculation. There's never been evidence that's ever tied her to it.
Right.
And even if it was true at this point, I don't think he would ever even admit it.
No,
I think he would lie for her.
he would
I
have
do.
said something. I think. Right?
You think?
Yeah.
So you think that he, like, if he was gonna tell on her and go down that road, he probably would have by now.
Yeah, I
So
think so.
I think he wanted to protect her for some reason. And maybe she didn't really know that much, and he just wanted to protect her from, getting any backlash from it. Or maybe she knew quite a bit, but he never wanted her to be the one to go down for it or whatever. Maybe we'll know. I don't know. So
What's
far,
going on? Like I did, because after I called her and
never
texted
been
her once,
proven.
it's like maybe she was just busy. Like she had just gotten back. Like everybody's probably calling her from her trip. She just got back from Arizona, and I figured she was just busy. But when her friend showed up, that's what was like. It registered like, all right, this isn't right.
Look at
Do
him.
you think she just took off? Do you think?
Wow.
I mean,
Like, doesn't he look like he's already like almost smiling?
Yeah. He's very cold.
Like
almost.
he does not look worried in the slightest.
right now, I don't even want to just like throw anything out there. Like,
Oh, do you need me to do anything, Shan, or did you undo it or whatever? Whatever it is.
I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids.
No, you don't.
But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like I want them back now.
What? If somebody has her and they're not safe, like I want them like. Are you serious?
Right.
And you know that nobody has her.
No.
That would have been good for her if somebody else had her, because motherfucker, you're the one she
With
need to
the
be worried
kids.
about.
But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But
Could she
if
have vanished?
somebody
No.
has her and they're not safe, like I want them back now.
Oh, yeah.
Like
that's real
that's
believable.
what's in my head. Like if they're safe right now, they're gonna come back. But if they're not safe right now, that's
If they're and there would never be a situation where she would have done this. So you would not think they were safe. She wouldn't just leave and not tell her fucking family. She wouldn't leave her phone. Like none of that makes any fucking sense, okay? So why would you think if they're safe? That would not be what the fuck you'd be thinking. You would not be thinking that they're safe at this point. At this point, you would be like, something is very wrong and I need to find them
Look at that freeze frame
immediately.
of his face. Like, does that seem
Yeah, he
someone
looks
like
like he's
someone who's worried?
smiling.
Yeah.
He is, to me, he literally has a look on his face the whole time like he's happy. Like, think about it. Like, I mean, I would be breaking down crying probably. People would be distraught. Like this is
the not
none of
knowing
it
part. Like
none of it is
if
lining
they're not
up.
safe. Last night I had every light in the house on. I was hoping that I would just ran over by the kids running in the door and just like barrel rushing me, but it didn't happen.
No, you don't.
And it was just a traumatic night trying to be here.
Oh, was it? It was so traumatic.
I'm gonna ask some kind of tough questions about your relationship with your kids.
I mean, yeah, my kids are my life.
And I want to point out, it could just be a bug bite or something, but like there is some redness on his neck here. Like
Where? Oh yeah.
right there. Could that be scratches maybe?
Could that be like like defense marks or something?
Right. Kind of looks like a
trying
bug
to
bite,
be here.
but
I'm gonna ask some kind of tough
He looks
questions about
very
your relationship with
nervous.
kids.
I mean, yeah, my kids are my life. I mean,
No, they're not.
those smiles light up my life.
No,
And
they
there's
don't.
like, I mean, last night, like during when they usually eat dinner, it was just like I miss them. Like, I mean, I miss telling them, hey, you got to eat that, or you're not gonna get your dessert. And just like you're not gonna get your snack after. I miss
he's laughing.
Like
I
you
miss it.
don't know where your children
Like
or your wife.
And you weren't missing them because they were not even there for whatever. You didn't fucking care when they were in North Carolina. Like, and then even when he went, he was like distant. He really wasn't like trying to be involved with them.
Right.
Like, he
It's
was
that, like,
completely wrapped up in the girlfriend at this point. 100%. He did not want to be a father at this point. He didn't. He wanted to be with that girl. That's all he wanted.
I miss them. Cuddle up on their couches. they have like a Minnie Mouse couch and a Sophia couch that they cuddle up on and watch, you know, Bubble Guppies or something. And it was just like, you know, I was it was tearing me apart last night, and I needed that. I needed that last night, and for nobody to be here last night and to go into their rooms and know that I wasn't going to turn the rain machines on, and I know that I wasn't going to turn their monitor on, and know I wasn't going to kiss them to bed tonight. It was that's why last night was just horrible. I couldn't do it.
Except you did do it. Why are you laughing?
I want everybody to just come
Right.
So what he's saying does not match what he is doing body language wise.
Yeah. No.
It just, none of this adds up. He is not, his body is directly
He's like very calm and
contradicting
relaxed. That's
everything
weird.
he is saying. He's
Very
saying all
weird.
this stuff, but it's clear he's just going through the motions, right? Like none of the real, it's not there. The genuine concern isn't there. This is just him going through the motions, and it's so obvious. And the fact that he thought he was going to be able to get up here and do this, and all this did was zero people in on him even more. Because when people saw this across the board, people were like, oh, he had something to do with it. This is weird. This guy, no, he's guilty.
Yeah, like this.
Immediately,
You could see
thought
that just off that alone, right?
But he thought he was going to get on here and actually pull this off, I guess.
Like wherever they're at, come home. That's what I want.
And there he goes, biting the lip.
Where was she gone for? She was on. She came back Sunday. You said at 2 at night.
Yeah, because her flight got delayed from Arizona because of like other storms around the nation.
What's your deal?
So she's supposed to get home like 11. She got home at like 1:48. She got to bed about 2.
What was she going for? Like family trip or what?
It was a Thrive direct sales. It was a local event that was down there between a bunch of leaders in the company.
And that day she was back. I mean.
I left work early that morning, like 5:15, 5:30. So like she barely gotten into bed pretty much.
Yeah, the swaying is a self-soothing thing again, right?
Oh,
so
yep.
He's nervous and he's swaying. Now, some people could say, well, you know, he's nervous because he's upset or distraught. It
That does not look
a
like
sign of that,
upset.
but when you go with the other signs, it doesn't seem like that is what it's from. It seems like he is just trying to self-soothe himself through the anxiety of that he's on here talking and telling these lies.
This might be a tough question, but
his arms are also very telling. The whole time he is completely closed off like that.
Yes.
So his arms are also giving body language of that he's not open and honest, right? He's holding back. His body language is literally like in a defensive, like closed off kind of betrayal. Like it's little things, right? Like could you stand like that and it be completely innocent? Sure. But when, again, it's like a bunch of little things add up to something's not right.
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that.
This part comes up. So now it comes up that she got in last night, late and early morning, and they had an argument.
Oh, now that's just something that just.
So now he just let that out, which makes it even more suspicious because now there is something that could be looked at as a motive, as, you know, they were having a fight. Maybe she said she was going to leave him and he flipped out. Now there is a motive out there. Now there is something to back up and say that there was an issue in the relationship, in the marriage. Everything wasn't all good and hunky-dory and whatever. No, they were literally fighting right before, and she just goes missing. Very strange.
This might be a tough question, but did you guys get into an argument before she left?
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that. But
I'll leave it at that.
I just want them back. I just want them to come back.
He is
And
literally laughing. I just want them back.
Oh no, Carrie, it's we're laughing at this. We're going
Oh
together.
yeah, we're the laugh. Yeah, we think this is
Yeah.
hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. No, he's literally laughing at this though. Oh, I just want him to come back. Like, what? Bro,
barely gotten into bed, pretty much.
bro.
You know, this might be a tough question, but did you guys get into an argument before she left?
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that. But I just want them back. I just want them to come back.
That's definitely
if-
Duper's delight.
If they're not safe right now, that's what's
That
that's
is
what's tearing me apart.
if you look it up, what Duper's delight is, it's a situation where when people lie, they will smile or laugh. And it is unconscious. It's an unconscious thing that happens. And they don't realize they're doing it. And the way that you can tell that, like, this is not a normal thing, right? This is not a normal reaction by what he's talking about. It doesn't line up with what he is saying and doing. It doesn't make sense that he would be laughing right now, right?
Right.
He's laughing because because he's
nervous.
anxious because he's
Yeah.
lying. Yes, it's just
Because
he doesn't know
if
he's
they are
doing
safe,
it.
they're coming back. But if they're not, this has got to stop. Like, somebody has to come forward.
You need to come forward. How about
Yeah,
that?
they've been in constant contact, like,
gosh.
every hour. I mean,
Terrible liar.
everybody back in North Carolina and the East Coast. I mean, from Maine to Florida.
What is her parents saying to you? Like,
They're just like if they need to get on a flight, just let them know. Because I mean, they feel helpless right now because they're on the opposite side of the country. I mean, this Colorado.
trust you.
I mean, you can't just drive around and look. I mean, it's just like you wouldn't really know what you're looking for. That's what the cops pretty much told me. That first day, I was like, I want to get out and drive around. They said, you wouldn't know what to look for.
They didn't say
last
that.
couple
He didn't
questions.
say that.
What is law enforcement? What have the police or the sheriffs or your neighbors? Is anybody? What's police saying to you?
Right now, this is what they're doing right now is with the canines in the sense. I think this is the biggest thing. This is the biggest thing they've done so far because yesterday the Frederick Police Department did all the searching of the house and tried to gather whatever information they could. And with the detectives, officers, and sergeants, and today it's, I mean, obviously with all the activity that's around, it's there's a lot going on around here, and I really hope that all of this can lead to something positive.
What did your neighbors? Did they see anything? Did your neighbors see anything?
No, like the police department went door to door asking, like, cameras and everything, just like nothing.
And my last
Biting
question,
lip.
if you have any of them, it's free to say, but my last question is, if your wife can see this, if she can watch these, what would you like to tell your wife and your kids?
Shannan.
Okay, so this part. Oh God, this is so gross because he knows she's dead.
Yeah.
Like, he killed them. And so let's watch him. This is his Oscar-winning role here. He's got to really sell it.
If you have any of them,
How
it's
believable
free
is
to
this
say,
gonna
but
be?
My last question is, if your wife can see this, if she can watch these, what would you like to tell your wife and your kids?
Shannan, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here.
Oh my gosh,
Please
terrible.
bring her back.
And he's biting the lip again.
That's it.
Almost like he's holding in a smile.
Right.
Like, he's just such a piece of shit. He really thought he was going to be able to pull this off. He didn't pull it off at any point. I mean, he was the suspect from the get-go. I mean, and he thought he was really, like, doing a good job. It's crazy. But okay, we're going to end it there. Because I think this is a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Where we're at in the story. So, the cops definitely are very much
Onto
interested in
him.
looking into him, but they don't have anything concrete yet. So he has not been arrested or charged with anything. But on the next time that we do this, and it doesn't have to just be on Wednesdays. If you want to do something any other day, like, you can just let
Okay.
me know, and we can try to fit it in other times too if you want. Otherwise, we're going to be doing it on Wednesdays, but on the next one we will go into the first of the interrogation videos because he sits down with these detectives to do this interrogation. And again, they really kind of had him and knew what was up from the get go. But
They were seeing what they can get
this
out of
guy,
him.
these two this woman and this guy, she's like a lie detector specialist too, and he's going to end up getting a lie detector test, by the way. So we'll see all of that. It goes all over all of it. It's a lot with the interrogation, so
Yeah.
it will take a little while to get through it, but it's important to go through and all the different bullshit he says and the lies, and then when they finally break him and he does have to admit what the truth is. And then even then we're not sure because he's going to change his story after that. So he admits to stuff, but he doesn't tell the truth about even that. And then later the truth comes out about that. But he ends up arrested and in jail very quickly, put it that way. He doesn't stay free for long in this because he was just so bad at it. There were just so many fucking different signs and red flags. And again, there were sheets off of her bed that were in the trash that they saw, which is weird. But they don't know where he went that day yet. So they don't know that spot where those containers, those oil containers or whatever, were. And so they don't know to be looking there yet. And so I believe that after this news thing is when they come and get him and take him in and start questioning him. So we'll go over all of that on the next one, and then there's also, like I said, we'll go over that stuff, the interrogation videos. We'll also go over some of the videos of him and her together, the stuff that she did while when with the girls and things like that, and kind of get a little bit more of their backstory of
Yeah.
maybe the good times and what that was like. And then we'll also learn more about the mistress, Nicole, and how they started dating and what happened there, and what she was involved with him leading up to this stuff happening. So, Friday night, I'm going to be doing the first like movie club stream thing, not stream. Okay, so Friday night we're gonna watch the movie in Discord, Mulholland Drive. And I think maybe like around 8-9 p.m. Eastern will be when we'll start that in Discord. So if anybody who wants to be involved with this, what we're gonna do is watch this movie together on Friday night, and then Saturday night we will do a panel on this channel, and anybody who was there and wants to participate and come on panel and talk about their thoughts about the movie and things, is welcome to join. And it's going to be very laid back as well. I just thought it would be fun because so much of our community now, we do spend a lot of time watching movies and Discord
Yeah.
together and
It's
stuff.
almost fun.
It's become a big thing. And so I just think it would be fun to do a stream and talk about some of that, the more important movies and things, and kind of break down meanings. That's why I wanted to do Mulholland Drive first, because obviously it's my favorite movie and I love David Lynch. But I specifically think that one will be fun to break down because there is no set interpretation of what that movie means, because he has never come out and explained what any of his movies mean, especially not that one. And said he never would, and he passed away last year. And he did not ever, at least it has not come out. If he did, it's still a secret and the person ain't telling, because nothing ever came out with the meaning. So, but that's the way that he kind of wants it to be. um he thinks that's kind of like part of the fun of watching a movie, is the not knowing for sure, and making up what it means in your mind. What it means to you is what it's supposed to mean. That's kind of the way he looked at it. Like if that's whatever you interpreted from it, that's what it's meant to mean to you then. You know what I mean? He would never
Yeah.
say like any interpretation of it is wrong, or you know what I mean?
It's like
Because
you
it
can
that's part
interpret
of
it
the
the way
fun
you
of it, right?
yeah.
Like and maybe we'll do like a whole David Lynch series, because when that comes into Twin Peaks and the way that he wanted that show to be, which unfortunately didn't stay that way. Because he never wanted the killer, to the person that murdered Laura Palmer in the show, to be like explained or shown. That was never supposed to like really come out, because that was kind of what he thought was the fun of the show, was the not knowing and people speculating and everybody just wondering, well, it could be this person, it could be. And once you explained it, they basically made him the company, I think it was NBC or somewhere, but whoever did the show, they were like, no, because people like the fans and stuff were kind of demanding it. Like they
Oh,
wanted
really?
to know who it is that killed Laura Palmer. They wanted to be able to know and say, this
It's
is the
open
person who
for
did it.
interpretation.
And he didn't want to do that, but they kind of made him. And then he left the show after that, because he was like, I just don't even want to do it anymore. Now it's no fun, because you took away the whole point kind of for him in not knowing. Anyway, I have a lot of respect for David Lynch, and I do like his work a lot. So I think that his stuff tends to be interesting to break down in that way, because you really can take your own things away from it. It's kind of, that's the beauty of it. Whereas some people's work, they want you to know what they meant
Yeah.
with it, and it is a set meaning. So, and that can be fun still too. But yeah, the first one will not be like that, right? It's going to be what everybody kind of takes away from that movie. I mean, you can take some clues away, and I do think I'm going to do a stream as well and go over there's a channel. What the hell is the name of it now? I can't even think of the name of it. It's something like Twin Peaks, Twin something. I can't think of it now, but I'll share it and let you guys know, because it's a really, really good channel. He does he does videos on the meaning of Twin Peaks, some very, very like in-depth, detailed things that break stuff down. And he did do one on Mulholland Drive too. And that has a lot of clues. Again, there's never going to be anything concrete that like David Lynch just he wasn't going to say that kind of thing. But there are some clues that you can tell what he might have been talking about. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much. I blame
Yeah, this was
you.
fun.
And I look forward to going into more depth about the Chris Watts
Yes.
case. And then we'll do other cases too, and we'll just have fun with it. So it's going to be laid back. But we'll see what happens with Shani and Rev tomorrow. So far, I think they've still been staying quiet.
Yeah, I
And
think Rev's missing.
yeah, I think he's still gone. So who knows? Is Shani going to be the next Chris Watts?
No.
Should we be looking at her? Does she know what's going on? Just kidding. Anyway, all right, y'all. Have a good night, and we'll see everybody on the next one.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.